listening to the Sneaker Box.
Oh shit alert, Louis clothes.
Yo, what's up? Detroit is definitely in the building via your headphone stereo on speakers. This is, of course, your man's the African Caesar, and you're listening to the Sneaker Box podcast. Sneaker Bar Detroit, live from the Podcast Detroit studios downtown, and I'm telling you, these windows are like the worst because
it's distracting.
Especially
there's a whole lot of when it's nice outside and it's sundress weather.
Man, there's a lot of sundresses walking past.
The struggle is real.
Man, there's a lot of eye candy going on right now. It's really hard to focus on sneakers when you got that outside. So we're going to struggle through it. This is a good day to drink, too. It seems like everybody's having fun. Like, I wish I could explain what this is. I've never seen anything like this where we're at right now.
Really?
No, like it's like a food court, but not really, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to explain. So I mean, first off, you've got a plaza that's built. It's a 2-story plaza built entirely out of shipping containers. Yeah. So that's step one. You've got, like, within that container structure, you've got an indoor courtyard and an outdoor courtyard.
Right.
First floor of the indoor courtyard is, basically a food court at a mall. You got 6 restaurants, you got a bar, you got yada. Upstairs, you got the coffee place and a little walkway all around where there's like art and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Then you got the outdoor courtyard. First floor, the ground floor of the outdoor courtyard, there's a stage, there's a bunch of tables, there's another bar, people are hanging out there eating and drinking and doing everything else. And then up here on the second floor, you've just got, you've got a couple tables and chairs, our studio, and then out back in what used to be their parking lot, because they've converted, there's no seating on the indoor courtyard anymore.
Right.
They've converted the back parking lot into all outdoor seating, with benches that they built with the tables that were the indoor seating.
Okay.
And there's a giant ass sand volleyball court back there. You got that going on. That's another distraction if you walk back that way.
Yeah,
there's another bar back there if you want to go hang out there. I mean, it's a pretty cool spot. I mean, I keep telling people to get down here and check it out.
Yeah, I mean, I was driving around today. I had a meeting with the Detroit Tigers, and to be continued on that one. But just stay tuned. Some things coming up. But at a meeting with them. But before the meeting, I got there early, so I got on one of those scooters. Motorized scooters, and I was just kind of running around downtown Detroit, just seeing what I would run into. It was a lot of stuff a lot of stuff I hadn't seen.
Well, and there's a lot of stuff starting to come back, which is good. I mean, it's been super dead down here for months.
Yeah, it should have been quarantined.
Well, I mean, and that's the sad reality. I mean, because we are. I mean, like, for those who don't know where this place is, we're in Cass Corridor. And I mean, Cass Corridor 20 years ago, you didn't go to.
Yeah, man.
Unless you were looking for drugs or a fight.
Or sex.
Yeah. But like for the last, probably 4 or 5 years, it's gotten, I keep joking that now, like, Cass Ave looks like downtown Rochester Hills on a lot of days.
Yeah.
And it's like, even today, driving down here, it's sad to see so little traffic and so few people walking around. I mean, I'm glad that, I mean, this place is packed. The parking lot's full, and that's phenomenal to see for the businesses here. But yeah.
Yeah, man, I got to make my way down here more often.
Oh, it's a great spot. It's a great hang.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. Like, honestly, like I told you, like, I want to stay at this studio. I love this studio. But in any event, shout out to the people that I've been getting a lot of messages the last week. Like, so glad you're back. So glad you guys are doing the show again, and yada yada yada. And thank you for continuing to support us. Because when you do a podcast and you're not consistent, like, as far as releasing new podcasts, you can lose the audience, like, real quick. And so that was my biggest worry. But I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, I mean, quarantine is a quarantine. Like, we're fighting an epidemic. Like, what are you supposed to do in that moment? But no, shout out to the people that continue to rock with us. We definitely, I mean, we're doing this for like 5-6 years now. Like, so couldn't still be here without you guys. And so it felt good being back in the studio last week. It feels good being back in the studio this week. And so hopefully everybody shows up at some point during the show where I'm not just doing the show by myself. Although I think I could pull it off. I did it once already, so. I think maybe you could do a good show.
It's not, dude. I can babble for hours about nothing. It's not that hard.
Man, some people out here, man. What the hell? What was that? Is that a wig?
No, that was a rainbow octopus hat.
Wow.
And then another dude in a captain's hat. And yeah,
this is why they don't put windows in studios.
It's
man,
like I said, this is why I have the glass wall blocked off. Or else it turns. Yeah, like I said,
I just saw a bunch of colors at the corner of my eye.
Yeah, this place turns into a fish tank if those things aren't up there.
Man,
but no, I mean I already blanked. What were you asking me about?
So I don't even remember.
So my question is, who gave Trump a Snickers bar? Because I'm trying to figure out where this 180
as far as the mask
on mask came from, and then he just announced he's not doing the acceptance of the nomination thing in Florida. That just broke. And he's, this just really isn't the time, and I'm really concerned about the people.
Come on, now we all know what it is. What it comes down to is he realized at some point I'm not going to get reelected if I keep acting like an asshole. So let me go ahead and pander.
So, and that's conspiracy. Conspiracy theory, Dave, was he deliberately acting like a bigger dick so that when he did like the baseline, okay, dipshit, that's what you're supposed to do. Everybody's like, it's like I said, the first time you wore a mask, everybody was like, when you got a toddler that goes to the bathroom, like hits the toilet for the first time, you're like, that's a good job. You're the best boy ever. You're a big boy
exactly
now.
What it was. I feel like anytime he does anything remotely rational, I feel like everybody's first instinct is to stand up and applaud because you very rarely see it. But you don't get brownie points for doing stuff you should have been doing from the first place. So I don't. I mean, intelligent people are able to see through it. It's just funny. I just wonder what his supporters are going to do. That they spent like months arguing against wearing masks. So now that their fearless leader is wearing a mask, I wonder if they're going to do that 180 along with him.
Oh, I've already seen it.
Oh God.
Oh, I've already seen it. Absolutely.
But we're the puppets, though, right?
Right. We're the sheep.
Okay.
We're the sheep. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just so gung ho about something, and all of a sudden. Anyway, real quick, I swear to God, this is the last political thing I'm gonna say. It's just funny because I remember, like, what was that, a couple years ago, where they were making an argument, about immigrants. Like, if you had a bowl full of Skittles and there was one Skittle that could kill you.
Yep.
Yeah, that was using that weak ass analogy. And now they're like, well, COVID is killing people, but not that many. It's
yeah.
Like, oh, okay, so.
But now, it's
yeah. What happened to that one Skittle theory you was going around? Anyway, to sneakers. I'm sorry, y'all. We're living in trying times, so forgive us. Social media, real quick. Follow us on Twitter at TSB_radio. You can follow us on Instagram at the Sneakerbox_radio. And you can follow us on Facebook by looking at the Sneakerbox Radio Show page. And make sure to call into our show and talk to us on there with your sneaker comments and questions every week from 7:30 to, let's say, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. By dialing, what's the number again?
248-809-5004.
There you go. And if you can't catch us live on there, you can always leave us a message on our voicemail, whether you have a sneaker-related topic you want to discuss or you want to respond to something we said on the show. Leave us a message by dialing 248-677-1803. We'll pick out the best messages and address them on the future episode. Jumping right into it, we got a lot of response from, what we talked about last week as far as Black History Month. I mean, not Black History Month, I'm sorry. Black Lives Matter and the impact that's had on the sneaker industry and how brands have been called to task on their, what's the word I want to say, inability to do anything other than patronize. And so it's funny because me and I think Gino were talking about it this morning where, for a while we would get some negative reviews because people would say, oh, these guys talk about racing sneakers and, they talk about this, that, whatever. I just want to, just hear about sneakers and all that good shit. And that's fine. Like I said, I understand that. I understand, life is hard. You just want to get away and get entertained. However, this show is about that and about keeping it real and talking about things that are relevant. And so, while some people might want to just get away, there are other people who want to know what's going on. And there are some people who have no voice and need people like us to speak on those issues and shine a light on them. So, we try to do all those things. So, like this week, I will try to attack all of those things because I know some people just want to get, I get it. You want a reprieve. You want a reprieve from what's going on in the world. I get it. However, there's some real shit going on. So, it's a juggling act, and hopefully we do a good job at it. But pointing that out as far as like the negative reviews, we've been getting that for like a while now. And so, but now you see why we talk about those issues. Like it's become a big thing now because, like I said, the Black Lives Matter movement has really put a spotlight on the industry and shown how much work there is to be done still. And, a lot of people, they don't know it because, most people are just used to buying shoes, posting it. Anything else doesn't really matter to them, and, if that's the way you choose to exist, that's fine. But, knowing what I know and talking to people at the brands, talking to employees, actually going to these brands, going to these headquarters, and you see it firsthand and you hear it firsthand, it's hard to ignore. It's hard to just, all right, I'm going to ignore that and just go to our Fab Five. It's like, I can't, we have fun. We know the Fab Five is part of, the show or whatever, but, it's really hard to, it's almost like all of that becomes trivialized in light of, and so hopefully people understand why we do what we do, and I'm gonna continue doing it. I mean, if that's something that you can't get down with, that's fine. We ain't gotta agree. But I do feel like I have a responsibility to talk about all things sneaker related. So yes, we can talk about Travis Scott and what he wore to whatever concert. We can talk about Kanye. No, let's not talk about Kanye. Let's not. Like, I really don't have the patience today. I really don't. I will say this. The only thing I will say is, man, you know what? Sometimes love requires you telling somebody they're wrong, and getting them the help they need.
I don't think he has very close friends.
That's what I'm saying. I don't believe it, dude. Like, cause you could tell if you got a bunch of yes men, and those type of people around you, that's not, it's funny because, he made the comments he made about Sojourner Truth. And it bothered me because you had so many people trying to rationalize his statements and add context that he himself didn't add and didn't bother to add in their attempt to rationalize what he said. And, trying to basically find crumbs of truth in a loaf full of nonsense. Mm-hmm. And, if you're going to try to add context to what he said, then you probably should put context around who Sojourner Truth was and what she did. This whole, technically it's still, no, employment and slavery are two different things. Having a job and being a slave are two different things. Now, we could talk about the system and how it's set up against us and all this other stuff. But to reach, basically you're getting to the point of hyperbole when you go that far. What is she supposed to do? Leave them as slaves because, God forbid, they go work somewhere where they're more free. First, before you're mentally free, you have to be physically free. Mm-hmm. And
that's
at that
real thing.
Yeah, and at that point in time, I hate to, I don't want to give a history lesson. I really don't. But, when you hear comments like that, it just basically undermines who she is and what she did. Mm-hmm. And to just act like she just took it from one plantation to another, like she didn't risk her life trying to, set her people up, so that they can, live more meaningful lives. It's just, first of all, if you're running for president, why is that a hill you want to die on? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is that even a topic? Like, that was my question. I'm like, you're running for president, and that's the thing. That's the pressing issue of today is who is Sojourner Truth and what did she do? Come on, man. Like this. And here's the thing. And I heard a lot of people say, well, Trump was president. Look, that's the problem. He was president. Like, that don't mean that you should go find somebody similar to him.
Yeah, we need to stop living the first 10 minutes of the movie Idiocracy. That'd be great.
Oh, man. People need to watch that movie because we're literally living that movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that movie went from a comedy to a documentary real fast.
But my point is, though, just because Trump is president doesn't mean that we should reach for the lowest standard we should want to raise the bar, not say, well, the bar's been lowered, so fuck it. You know, like, no. Like,
it should not be, oh, wow, we had a reality TV show president.
Exactly.
It should be, holy shit, a reality TV star became president.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yes. And I get it. People have this thing against listen, you are not from the counter argument for me. Politicians should never be trusted. You should always hold them accountable, right? I don't care which side of the aisle you're on. Here's the thing, though, because people got this thing against career politicians, and I do believe that that's a problem. However, experience does matter. And when you got people, we elect people who have absolutely no experience in that position. Like, if you want to start off as a state representative and, or a city councilman or whatever and work your way up, that's fine. Because you got to learn somewhere. You got to start somewhere. But for the office of president, you want to at least have somebody there who's at least taking a civics class. You know what I'm saying? Who knows how government works.
That he passed on his own,
yes,
mind you.
Yes. And I'm not talking about, like, identifying the elephant. Come back from 100 by 7.
God bless Chris Wallace.
Man.
That was
Ain't
amazing.
that crazy, though? Like, Chris Wallace, of all people, was the one. People are listening to the show like, yo, sneakers anytime. Anytime now. Name a shoe. Like, my bad. Like, see what happens, though, when you haven't done a show? If you haven't done a show in a while and you just get to gabbing, like, it just, all types of things come out. And so, I'm sorry, as a sneakerhead, of course I love sneakers, but, we living in some real shit right now.
Well, and your only backup here is me, and I'm not going to help you talk about sneakers. That's not what I am.
No, not at all. So, anyway, I'm sorry. Let's diverge back to shoes because I know people listening like, yo, what the fuck? I do want to shout out Reebok because I do feel like if you're a fan of Reebok and you listen to the show, I know it might come across as we just shit on them all the time. Now, it's not because I don't like Reebok. It's just the fact that I just feel like, well, one, Adidas doesn't do them any favors. And then, two, they don't do themselves any favors. So, you got mistakes on top of mistakes. I want to see Reebok succeed. Like, I like Nike. I like Jordans. But I like sneakers. Like, it doesn't, like, the name doesn't matter as much as the dopeness of said shoe. And so, good competition is good for everybody. Like, I remember back when I was younger and you had WCW and WWF. Like, the competition is what made wrestling in that era better. Because both sides were forced to step their games up. And so, when you got somebody as dominant as Nike, there's a reason why Adidas was able to, I guess, what's the right way to say it? Was that a few years ago? They was able to shock the world and, give Nike a run for their money for a brief second because Nike was so used to being on top. They didn't feel like they had to try anymore. Adidas came, with the boost. They got, Kanye. So they caught a little wave. The problem was they didn't continue making more waves. They got content with Boost and just stopped doing anything. Like, you look at, like, case in point, you look at Ultra Boost, right? And I ain't got nothing against Ultra Boost. I don't. However, you just compare Ultra Boost line, because I feel like the Ultra Boost line is comparable to the Air Max line, right? Now, Air Max has got all Air technology, but you look at the Air Max 1, the Air Max 90, Air Max 95, 97, 98, go down the list, they all look different, right? You look at the Ultra Boost 1, 2, 3, they look so similar. Like, there's minor differences here and there, but not enough to, from a distance, distinguish them, right? You look at the Air Max 95 and the Air Max 1, you know which one is which. There's no question. And so I think as far as innovation and as far as design, Adidas just dropped the ball, and I think they just got too happy. When you, when you're down for that long and you are finally successful, I get it. The tendency to over-celebrate is a thing, because you are now in a position that you aren't accustomed to. It's almost like giving somebody money. You know how they just blow it? They just get the money and they don't know what to do with it because they never had money before. And that's similar to what Adidas did. And, so hopefully, Adidas gets back on track. Hopefully Reebok catches something. It seems like they're just going to beat the questions to death. I love Reebok questions, but it's like, yo, y'all got other shoes out there. Y'all can do some other shit, but, And extend the size run. To this day, I still don't get it. Like, case in point, they dropped, what a surprise, they dropped the Kamikazes. There was this Olympic colorway, this red, white, blue colorway, and they go up to a size 15. I'm like, oh, okay, shocker. So you got the mode, right? Because the colorways and the material don't matter. The mode is what matters. So if you got the mode where you can extend the size around, why aren't you doing it? Like, why do it with the red, white, and blue colorway and not a colorway that everybody wants, like the, original colorway, the black and white colorway that, Shaq wore? Like, I don't understand the logic sometimes. So even with Nike, when they came out with the LeBron Media Day 7s, like, finding a size 15 is, like, rare. It's like truffles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need a truffle peg to find me some Media Day LeBron 7s. And it's I don't understand. Like, the most coveted colorway, at least this year, as far as the LeBron 7s, like, why would you limit the size run? You make all this other trash and extended sizes, and you're going to limit that shoe? Like, I don't understand. It's like you kind of limiting yourself as far as money. But I don't know. Like, I just think the rest of the year is going to be so condensed because you got so many different brands. I mean, it's already condensed as it is already because it's, damn near every brand is dropping a shoe damn near every week. But then you couple that with the fact that everybody's been pushing release dates back and back and back and back due to the coronavirus. I just feel like this last portion of the year is just going to be so condensed with shoes. Like, you got 2 LeBron 7s. Oh, my bad, 17s. The 2 colorways of the graffiti. You got the blue and then you got the red one. They're dropping on the same day. That's like a $200 shoe. So, if you're looking to buy both shoes, that's $400 in one day. And that's just with one brand. So, it's about to get real crazy. And I'm in my mind, and then on top of that, like, it doesn't, and this is what I meant about the effects of I said this in a Zoom video on our Instagram page, where I don't think we felt the effects yet as far as economically, because most people who were laid off, they made that extra $600. Mm-hmm. And so I think that just ended or is about to end.
I believe because of the way it was written and the way Michigan pays things out, Friday is the last. Like, Friday is the last.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be a steep drop off.
Mm-hmm.
And people have been living pretty so far because I've been looking at releases and they've been selling out. And I'm like, how? Like, if everybody's unemployed, like, how are we buying these shoes? Well, the extra $600. Some people made more
than they were making. Yeah.
And I ain't mad at you. Like, you're not gonna look. I'm more mad at the people underpaying.
Yep.
That's what it comes down to. Don't be mad at people making more money. Be mad at your job underpaying you what they could be paying you. That's who you should be mad at. But needless to say, people have been spending money as if, we ain't even had living in a pandemic and they ain't unemployed. And, I'm not counting anybody's pockets. However, I do think you're going near the end of the year and going into the next year, I think you're really going to see the effects of this pandemic. I think it's going to be like that delayed response. You stub your toe.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be like that type of thing where it's like, oh, shit, like, it's real. Like, I don't think shoes are going to sell through as much. I think certain pairs will, obviously. Like the Off-White 4s, they're going to sell out, like, because it's Off-White and resellers are going to have a field day. But, and even then with the resale prices, because I was at the grape Jordan 5s, like, that resale price dropped steep. Like, I remember in my size, it was like $5. Now I can get it for like $20 over retail. Was it $220, $249? And it's like, all right, and I think you're starting to see the effects of it. From what I'm hearing from different brands, next year is going to be real crazy because of the impact of the coronavirus. Factories have to shut down.
So yeah, that would be my curiosity. Is okay. So what does? Because I would assume they had a lot of this stuff already sitting around waiting for releases, and so like when does that supply line really become an issue?
Yeah, I think sometime next year is going to be because the material is scarce, and so it's not going to be as many pairs available of certain shoes. It's going to be interesting. That's what I'm hearing from a lot of people is, the outlook for 2021 is going to be tricky, man. Like, you're going to have to really pick and choose what shoes you want, and resellers, man. I feel like next year is going to be the resellers year. Like, I mean, as if resellers haven't been having a field day already. I just think next year is really going to be crazy because, obviously the more scarce something is, the more hype it gets. And the more hype it gets, the higher the price goes up. So, I don't know. But, I know resellers right now, man. I wouldn't even want to be a reseller right now, like at least publicly. Because it's just, everybody hates resellers. And, you got bots now. I know we got Dunks on the show. But that's more so like to kind of inform people of what they're up against. We're not endorsing that.
But are they going to have a good year? So to me, it sounds like if you've got part of the situation is you're not going to have as many shoes selling because people aren't going to have the funds available, won't that hurt the reseller market? Because if they're not blowing through in the stores and I can just go get a pair, the hell do I need a reseller for?
Well, that's the thing, though. There's none in the stores because the resellers are buying up all the stock in the stores, and they're flipping it. Now, they might not be able to get as much as they probably could because nobody's going to have money, but there's always going to be people willing to pay top dollar, and that's the problem. Like, as long as there's people out there willing to sell their souls for, a shoe, there are going to be people out there catching souls. And so it's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting. And a lot of these brands, like they were starting to do better with the bot protection, but because now everybody's wanting to sell through, they don't care. They don't care who buys it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I not to put a conspiracy out there because, first of all, nobody's going to come out and say for sure on the record, like whether or not they have bot protection, whether they turned it off on purpose. Like, they're not going to put themselves out there like that. However, if I was a betting man, I would say that a lot of these brands are kind of letting these things kind of happen because, like I said, for them, they just trying to sell through. Which leads me to my next point about you got Nike laying off some people. I want to say like 200 people. I'm not sure. I might be getting that number wrong. But here's the thing. This is what's funny. Okay, so they were going to do that anyway. Like, they have been gearing towards direct-to-consumer for a couple of years now. I mean, we've talked about it ad nauseum. It is going to be, they're not selling as much wholesale. At least they're trying not to. Because they can make more money direct-to-consumer. Like, think about it. Instead of selling a wholesale for $80, they can make full profit. Mm-hmm. Selling a direct-to-consumer. I mean,
a good comparison is look at the beer and liquor industry. Yeah. Here in Michigan, where you have that 3-tier system. Mm-hmm. Brewers and distillers don't want to work with distributors for the most part,
right?
But they're forced to.
Yep. But now, Nike doesn't have to. Now they can just ship direct. And that's that. And that's why, like, even if a shoe goes to the outlet, they don't care because that's still extra money in their pocket. So yeah, it might be discounted from $200 to, let's say, $160. Well,
but it's still better than the 40 they were getting at wholesale. Yeah.
So it's a win-win for them, which is why they're springing up more and more outlets. like it's no surprise, it's no shock as to why that's happening. But they're laying off some people, and like my problem with the layoff, and Russ Bankston, he mentioned this on Twitter, I think the other day, where they were going to lay off these people anyway, but now they're using COVID as like some type of cover, where like they're acting like, oh well, we lost so much money. They didn't lose any money. Okay, so there's a difference between losing money and then not making as much money as you expected to, right? There's a difference. Nike has money. They're sitting on money. They're sitting on billions, as a matter of fact. They didn't actually lose money. They're just not going to make the projected expectations that they were going to make.
That does have impact, though.
Yeah, no, it definitely does.
So that, because then you've got, shareholder confidence, and are people going to start selling off because they're not making as much money, which means the stock price goes down, which means the valuations aren't there.
Yeah. It's a tricky business.
Oh, it's all,
but it's not really based on it. It's all projections. That's the thing I hate about Wall Street. It's all projections. It's not even like real money.
I thought I was going to make $1 million. I only made 900,000.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
but that's how they act, though. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how shareholders, and they ready to fire somebody, get rid of people, cut the fat. And so they're going to be cutting some people. I just hate the fact that they're using COVID as an excuse because they were going to do that anyway. They were gearing towards that because of the whole direct-to-consumer, and they're trying to make the company more lean and efficient, which is messed up. But I mean, hey, what are you going to do? There's only so many battles I can fight.
Yeah.
And so, but I do hate that. I agree with Russ in that sense of, just be upfront. Just say you was gonna do that anyway. Like, don't use COVID like, oh, well, we didn't make this much money, so we got to let people off.
But it's a convenient excuse.
No, it's a very convenient excuse. I just hate that they're using it. Like, I just wish brands were more upfront. But then again, I mean, that's the politics of business.
Mm-hmm.
Is convincing you, hey, man, these windows.
Caught by the windows again.
These windows. I wasn't even trying to look at the window. My head just drifted towards it. Oh, man. Come on, man. We need curtains in here.
Or just aim one of the cameras out the window and let people playing along at home.
There you go. See what I see. But, the world as we know it, it's funny because people say we're going back to normal. There's no going back to normal.
Nope.
And that includes sneaker culture, the sneaker community. It's going to be a whole new normal going forward. And I don't know. I just hope everybody's ready for it.
No, it's going to be a minute before you see concerts.
Yep.
Before you see full arenas.
Going back to the movies.
Before you see, that's if any movie theaters are left standing after all this.
Man. I'm glad we saw Endgame before.
Yeah.
I'm glad COVID waited till at least after Endgame.
Well, but the funny thing is, there's your, it's the same thing you were just talking about with sneakers. So why do studios want to deal with movie theaters? If they, COVID proved they can go direct to consumer.
Do they make as much money though?
Yeah, because they get all of it.
No, but but ticket sales, because then they get the ticket sales on top of when they eventually release it and they stream it.
Well, but there's no way. So, but if look at it this way, I know people that do the that first 30 days of movies out on Comcast on demand.
Yeah,
you can only buy it. There's no rental.
Yeah,
so it's it's $20 no matter what.
Right.
And I know people that do that. Mm-hmm. And so okay, well if I'm getting $20. What do I care?
Because because they were getting the $20 and the ticket sales. So they get the ticket sales from the movie, and then what 6 months go by, and then they finally release it.
Yeah, but so I look at it where you've got all the stuff that has moved to like Disney has started releasing stuff straight to Disney Plus. You've got Netflix that has done it, Hulu's done it, and a few other places have done it. It doesn't surprise me that they don't care if movie theaters die. You look at the oh God, what was that?
It sucks though, because certain movies you gotta see.
My issue, I don't hate movie theaters. I just hate people in movie theaters. And so but we go see all the big, all the Star Wars movies. We were always there for the midnight release.
Right.
Marvel movies, we were there for the midnight release.
Right.
Other than that, unless my kids guilt trip me into taking them to see something, nah. I don't like people in movie theaters because they annoy me.
No, people annoy me too.
Well, but that's the thing, and especially Endgame, prime example. Why movies got to be 3.5 hours long? Why, dude? I would rather.
Well, not first of all, I saw that movie 5 times.
Okay,
so 15 hours of my life.
But I've watched it. I'll watch it at home.
Yeah.
On my 65-inch TV. That granted is not a big giant ass screen.
Yes.
But it's 65-inch, and you know what? If I got to go to the bathroom, I can hit pause. And if I want to grab a drink, it doesn't cost me $37. I can just make myself a drink, or I can grab a beer, or I can grab a soda, or whatever, while I hit pause. Yeah, I want to go to the bathroom. I go to the it's it's the whole movie theater experience to me. I think is being ruined by these longer movies, and if they're gonna keep doing that shit, they need to bring back the intermission.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that. First of all, going back to you having a 65-inch TV. Ooh.
Oh, dude, that's not, dude. People way bigger than that.
Ooh. Shout out to Drew and Mike. But on top of that, like, I don't know. Like, I mean, granted, I'm not trying to like spend an entire work shift at a movie theater.
Right.
However, you know, like, it depends on the movie. Like, it depends on, like, Endgame. Like, I had no issue sitting there for 3 hours. None.
There was about 20 minutes to 30 minutes of that movie that could have been cut out, and nobody would have missed a damn thing.
Which part, though?
I actually have a list on one of my Facebook posts. I'll shoot it to you.
Yeah, tag me. I want to see this. We're going to go back and forth. We're going to debate on this one.
Because and like, that's the thing. I mean, like, not every, like, just give me a good, like, give me a Batman 66 where, like, the Joker's going to rob a bank and Batman and Robin stop him and we're good. And it's 90 minutes. Like, why? That's problem one.
I can't even go back to an hour and a half movie.
That's problem one. Why does everything have to be 3 hours long plus? Problem two.
Let's stick with two.
Problem two. Why does everything have to involve the end of the world / universe / humanity / life as we know it? Why can't superheroes solve? Like, why can't there be little problems that they solve? Like, hey,
because you don't need a superhero for small problems, though. You got police for that. I couldn't give a straight face when I said that. I couldn't even give a straight face. I wanted to believe in what I said. I just couldn't do it. Is that Gino? I think so. I wanted to. I tried very hard.
You did. You tried. I'll give you credit. You tried.
Hard, man.
But no. So I mean, it's like to me, like, it's. I think that stuff detracts it because, like, dude, that was the thing. Like, normally, like, when we go see the Star Wars movies, I remember before Endgame, we were sitting in the bar by the movie theater, and it was like, man, let's order a lot of salty food because I don't want to get up to pee for the next 3.5 hours in the movie theater.
I did have to think about that for sure. 'Cause I didn't even order a drink. I'm like, nah, I'm good. All food.
Well, and that's the thing, so, especially when now every movie theater has a bar in it, and you can get cocktails and beers and all that kind of stuff. Which, hey, and the big comfy chair, dude, I'm all about that part of the experience.
Yep.
But then that's counteracted by the 3.5 hour movie. Which, oh, by the way, it's a 3.5 hour movie that's got 20 to 25 minutes of trailers and shit in front of it before they actually start the movie. So now you're in the movie theater for 4 friggin' hours. Yeah.
That's a good point. But however, so
where did that all start?
Speaking of that, no, I will say this. Okay, one, most movies aren't 3.5 hours. Endgame was, and I feel like that was a special touchstone moment, which I will allow because that is in the norm.
Because that was the culmination of all the years of movies, and
so
I get it.
I would give that one a pass. Now, I will agree if we get to a point where it's like every movie is 3 hours, then I'm like, okay, I'm good. 2 hours, I think, is a pretty good.
I'm good with that.
2 hours is a pretty good thing.
Like, now, are you going to catch the what was it? HBO Max has the Snyder cut.
No,
and it's like 4 hours and 15 minutes long.
I want to say no, but you want to know how it's supposed to. Like, you want to know. You want to know what was supposed to be.
Well, yeah, because that movie bothered me on a lot of levels.
I don't think it'll be good though. I still think it's going to be bad. It might be better than what we saw. Yeah. I don't have that much. My bar for it is not that high.
Yeah.
At all. I'm more intrigued than I am, like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like, okay, like, I just want to see what this is supposed to be. Like, I don't think it's going to be good. I think it's still going to be pretty bad. Because I still feel like it's rushed. I don't think we're supposed to get a Justice League movie. I think we should have got a Man of Steel 2, introduce the new Batman, introduce the Flash and all these other people before you jump into, like, all of a sudden everybody, let's be honest, they were just trying to catch up to the Avengers and what Marvel was doing. They tried to skip some steps.
Horrible.
That was very horrible.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, you don't do a Justice League movie unless you've got a Legion of Doom movie waiting in the wings. Like, why would you even bother?
See, that's the thing, though. Everybody talks shit about Marvel and how it's all the same, but they have a plan.
So, and they don't have a Jon Favreau sitting behind the scenes.
They don't.
Arcing this out. And you can tell because,
it's all over the place.
Suicide Squad, Joker.
You ain't like... Come on, bro. We about to argue about that.
I'm sorry. Joker to me is the season finale of St. Elsewhere as written by M. Night Shyamalan.
I mean, I'm looking out the window right now. I don't even care no more. I don't even care about the show. I'll just tune in.
Tell me you didn't see it coming. Tell me you did not see that ending coming
honestly,
a mile away.
I thought that you would give the Joker a better better rating than that.
It was so predictable. It was so predictable.
How was it predictable? Okay, the end was predictable because we all knew. Everybody knew the whole talk show thing because everybody's seen what was that? What was it? What was that? The Frank Miller one, Batman.
Oh yeah.
Where the Joker goes to the game, the Tonight Show or
Yep.
whatever, and kills everybody. We already knew. We knew, somebody's going to die there, if not everybody. I'll give you that. But up until there, like nothing really, nothing was predictable to me, other than the fact that he's gonna get shitted on and at some point lose his mind and then turn into the Joker, full kill. Now there's gonna be a Joker 2, which I think is gonna add to the first one.
Hopefully it redeems itself.
I don't know if there's anything to redeem. Now the ending I ain't even mad at the ending, honestly. And I think it did a good job because here's the thing, because you don't know if he dreamt the whole thing or if it really happened.
But you do.
No, you don't.
You do know that.
How?
Because if the whole thing wasn't a dream, then how did the whole sequence?
He could have been locked up the whole time, though.
But no, because you have that blend of the stuff with the girl down the hall.
But that was fake.
Oh, okay, but then when he broke into her apartment and was sitting on her couch, and she came out like, well, who the hell are you and what are you doing here?
Right.
And so to me, that's when everything became, but
that's my point.
Damn it, this is what they're going to do with this movie.
You don't know which elements are like, okay, so I feel like every good lie has a little bit of truth, right?
Right.
So I feel like, in this case, there are parts that you don't know what parts he made up and what parts were real, and I think that's what makes it a good story. We talking about the Joker again. I already know we about to get negative comments like, "Oh my God, talk about sneakers, we talk about movies, and it's not a movie podcast."
Well, first thing I want to say is, I'm back.
Man, I know. Hey, what's up, man?
My fans miss me.
Do they?
They might.
Your fans know. How many fans are you talking
It's
about?
probably about 3 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enough
Me,
to, like,
myself, and I.
Wow. Enough to technically say fans, plural.
What's up, Dave? What you got in that cup?
I was going to ask.
Vodka soda.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. I knew that wasn't water.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I have a water.
Yeah, it is unopened.
It's unopened.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I got to space stuff out. Like I got a Red Bull to go in the vodka soda. I'm just trying to keep awake at this point. I made the mistake of getting a pad Thai roll from Bangkok 96 downstairs.
You about to fall asleep.
Dude, that's some coma-inducing shit. So got to get some Red Bull in my system. And, dude, it's good. It is so good.
And you got 2 Red Bulls too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's serious.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna get to this show.
It's a serious situation.
Oh no, I got a show after you guys tonight.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So not only did you have to
for
listen,
punishment, that's what that is.
not only did you have to listen to his ass talk, you gotta listen to somebody else talk now.
No,
Well, hold up. So since this is my first time here, I'm sorry if I'm just like I'm late.
I don't want to know how you gonna wear a muscle milk shirt and not have no muscles. But go ahead.
I got muscles where it count.
Oh, gross.
I like this view.
Gross. I know. I said that.
Hey,
These windows are just man.
can this be the new home? Like this would only suck in the wintertime. Like,
I know there's nothing to see, but man, right
Actually,
now,
even I mean, it's like spring, summer, fall are definitely peak seasons, but it's not bad even in the winter.
man, hey, this would be perfect too. Like if baseball was actually in season. Like seriously in season.
Oh, like opening day, this place it gets destroyed. It's bad. And we're a couple blocks away from the dojo, Joe, whatever the hell it is. We're not that far from Ford Field.
I'm sitting there like, what?
Hey, and I'm about to nod my head like, yeah.
Not that far away from Ford Field, not that far away from the Masonics right there with all the concerts and stuff. There's some decent scenery that walks around here.
Wayne State is like a couple blocks.
Oh,
away.
a couple blocks down.
Yes.
Yeah.
This place is dangerous. I was telling my homeboy that when I was pulling up, I was like, whoa. This is a dangerous place.
Yeah.
But the Joker. What about Joker?
I know.
Movie?
We about to get murdered in the comments. No, so
I thought this was a sneaker podcast.
I know. I thought so too. Dave, I know.
Hey, when he gets stuck here with me, I have no. I have no.
I'm such a conversationalist. I talk about anything. I see these windows. We need curtains. But no. So he's saying the Joker was a bad movie. I think it was great. Now I will be the first to admit I don't think it's the greatest movie ever made. However, I do think it was a great movie nonetheless. So there's just my.
I mean, it was. I don't know. Calling something great is just.
I thought it was great.
I don't know about great. It was very good. I give it very good.
If it needs the sequel to redeem it,
No, I didn't say that.
It's not great.
That's not what I said. I think I said it would add to. I think the sequel will add to it because you'll look at it as one continued narrative.
I mean, I'll say this. Spoiler alert, if for whatever reason you haven't seen the movie yet.
If you haven't seen it, that's on you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but, just the length of how mentally ill he was, I think to me that's like the biggest highlight. Like, especially how we really thought he was in a relationship with homegirl.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
so that was my whole thing.
Like, super out of his league.
Was that just made it?
Did he kill
That's
her?
the part that made it predictable.
No, remember he didn't kill her.
No, we don't know that.
I don't think he killed her.
Yeah.
Because he's let the whole, she didn't call the police. She didn't, because you would think at the very least as he walked out, she would peek her head out to see if, he's really gone.
No, I think she just moved out that building.
Yeah, no, dude probably just slammed the door behind his ass and
But she
threw
didn't,
every
though.
lock she had.
That door remained open.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, he killed the lady at the end that was interviewing him.
Yeah.
She had to go.
She just asked him what was so funny.
That's why she had to go.
I guess.
That's a disrespectful question.
I guess.
You gonna ask the Joker what's so funny?
Touche.
Yeah.
Touche. No, but getting back into some sneaker-related news, I was just kind of talking about, the whole race thing, and I talked about a conversation we had earlier about how we talked about, how we would get negative reviews. As
damn
far
it.
as about the race.
You
Yeah, I
stole
your
my thunder because I
Yes.
wasn't here. Hey, look, it's all good. That's real. I'll take that.
I did give you credit, though. I'll give you partial. We go half on it.
Okay. That's cool.
Bet.
I'll take that.
So, yeah. So, no, I was just talking about how, but, it's now you see it's a real thing, though.
Definitely.
People just think we're just making it, look, I will be the first to admit, people use race as a way to be controversial and bring attention to themselves.
They also use race to deflect sometimes, I guess, the greater issue.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
So people will use race for a litany.
Yeah.
List of reasons. However, when we talk about it, it's because there's an actual thing going on. So it's
facts.
if there's nothing racial going on, we have fun. We got
that's like
so many different segments we can touch on.
Did you see? I'm pretty sure you saw it. One of Ro's posts. I think it was today, earlier this morning, or yesterday. Rolling.
Oh, about the sneaker boutiques.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jazzaray, by the way, too. She wrote that. No, did she write it about the sneaker boutiques? So I feel like I'm confusing that with the Business Insider thing about.
Well, this one was on Revolt.
Females.
Yeah, this one was on Revolt.
Okay,
so,
yeah, so that might have been Jazz Ray.
Yeah.
Okay, shout out to her.
Yeah, no, I mean, when I saw that, I was like, well, there you go. It's point blank right in your face. No matter kind of who you are or where your status is at, you're still you still have to go through it.
Yeah.
It's still part of American society. So
I mean, it's just that's what we mean by systemic.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, I just hope that I said this on the last show, is that people stay motivated and vigilant until we reach out. I think too many times we are told what we want to hear as far as, okay, we're going to try harder, and then it's like we don't actually hold them accountable as far as trying harder because we just take their word at it. And I just think that we've heard that too much to now give them that same benefit of a doubt.
Right.
That's
For
all
sure.
I'm saying. The brands need to change because, like I said, me and you don't have to work for Nike or Adidas or anybody else, but there are people that do, and so therefore, when we talk about these things, it is to bring about change for them. Because most people only care about the shoes.
I
and
mean,
the product.
what's funny is speaking about the brands is, I feel like Adidas had made a bold, very bold claim that, this is when everything kind of happened. When everybody all the brands talked about they were going to put their money towards, community initiatives and whatnot. And then Adidas had put out a bold claim saying that they would focus on hiring more non-whites, basically, Black, Latino employees in upper management positions.
Why do we got to tiptoe around that?
But here's my thing, though. Are they being held accountable for that? I mean, they said that they would focus on doing that. I haven't seen any press releases about them hiring any, VPs or anything in those type of positions.
Now, granted, it did just happen. But how? Okay, first of all, why we gotta say now? Can we just say Black people?
Well, I was only saying that because I feel like, Okay, yeah, it's about black people,
Well,
but
black people
they
and
were
people of
basically
color.
saying, yeah, more
get
people
that.
of color.
Okay.
There we go. That's probably what I
Yes,
should have said.
yes.
Yeah, you know what I meant.
Yeah,
though.
I know what you mean. No, I thought that you.
No.
I thought it was something.
That's
verbatim
what I
that
said.
you
Like,
said.
they said they would, focus on hiring more, black and
And
Latino
now people are going to sit there and act like, oh, why does it matter who color? It matters as far as representation, because if we're not at the table being represented,
I mean, you sell the product
you see how what
to
happens
us.
but then things like bias
Yeah.
infiltrate, the decision making. So it's almost like, all right, it's almost like, having a conversation about abortion and it's like all men. You know what I'm saying? Like, the conversation is going to be skewed in a way from a point of view of a man.
Right.
But if you have women involved in there, not only can that conversation be skewed in a more balanced way, but then it might also open some eyes to those men.
Yes. Yeah, it's
You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna open the floor up a little bit for sure.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I didn't know that, or I didn't think of it that way because I'm a man and I don't consider these things.
But at the same time, even with that example, just goes to show you that everything's always gonna get spun to
the power,
right.
I don't know, maybe power isn't the right word. I know.
This window is
Man,
dude. Man,
that's ridiculous.
yeah, this is a.
Well, my man saying that video, like, gotta be jammed because Jelly don't shake like that.
Can we come? Can we come back next week too? I'll make sure I'm on time next week.
Man,
I see what's here now, so
Man.
like I'm gonna be here for sure now. I'm gonna just randomly crash other podcasts here too.
Like, y'all need extra host?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna see Dave there. I'm gonna be like, hey, let me in. Be like, save my seat right here so I can see out that window.
But like 30 minutes later, I circle back to my initial point. Reebok. They actually did something noteworthy.
They dropped the Kamikaze 2s again.
Well, yeah, that. I kind of bitched about that because they made them in the size 15 in that colorway, but they can't make the original colorways in the size 15. That's some bullshit. But anyway, Reebok made it on the list of the 7 best sporting rebrands of 2019. So 2019 was a pretty shitty year too. So, I'm glad Reebok was able to make the best out of it some way, somehow. An article written by Chris Outlaw for Elements Brand Management. Reebok had quite the year in 2019, making the list of the 7 best sporting rebrands of 2019. The basis for Reebok's placement was due to Reebok's unifying its brand under one umbrella logo. Now that I read this might be the most trite shit I've ever heard. Because the Reebok, okay, so they had that triangle logo, and then they went back to the classic Delta logo, or whatever that is, the Vector logo. Is that really that big of a rebrand?
I mean, it technically does count as a rebrand. Technically.
Does it?
Yeah.
That doesn't feel like it.
Well, when you consider they took
It literally feels like they vanilla icing it. I'm going back to the whole vanilla ice. Like, just because you add that drum kick doesn't make it a different song, player. Like, it's a different song. Dun, 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 dun. Like, no, like that little part.
But I mean, technically, when you rebrand something, I mean, it essentially is. It's rebranding. I mean,
they vanilla iced it. They went in there. It was like, all right, well,
the fact that they made the list,
we're gonna.
We should just go there. Whose list is that again? Please don't say it's Footwear News.
No, Footwear News. I don't think Footwear News would even justify this. I don't even feel like it's news anymore. I feel like dumb for even writing it down.
Let's just edit this part out.
No, so they went back to the whole Vector logo that never really went away anyway.
I was going to say that logo was used for just more of this like the Reebok Classic kind of line, right?
So it didn't really go anywhere. So,
So I mean, they used that. So I guess what the other logo is what they was using for like all of the
like the CrossFit and shit like that.
Just the shit that didn't sell,
basically.
Which is probably why they rebranded it so that it would sell.
And that was a pretty basic ass logo too. That was like the worst logo.
I mean, that's like
it's a triangle. Like
that's like Nike's logo sometimes being its own name in the block lettering.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's plain.
That's true.
Yeah.
When you make dope shoes, you get the benefit of the doubt.
I give you that. Yes. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, where am I going? Okay, so this might seem like a pointless venture returning to our previous identity, but some see it as a course correction. All right, so here are the other brands that made this list along with Reebok. The Women's Sport Foundation. I never heard of them either. The Confederation of European Volleyball. The World Athletics. I've heard of them, I think. The WNBA.
Well, their new logo is a little bit better.
Is it?
Yeah.
I honestly couldn't even tell you what it was.
I mean, it was similar. They used to have.
Are they vanilla ice in it too?
No, I mean, I guess kind of, sort of. They had the. I don't know which woman it was. It was supposed to be the silhouette of, but it was a woman dribbling, almost like the same as the NBA logo with Jerry West.
Yes.
Now it's like a woman shooting. They use different colors on it. It's like it's a different logo.
Okay.
It's a better logo. I think it looks better in terms of with the times as well. The WNBA, actually, you want to talk about a sport that probably will suffer because of everything that's going on in the world.
I really don't.
That's definitely a sport that's going to suffer.
I pride myself on being honest about a lot of things on the show. That's one conversation I just refuse to be honest on because that.
What?
No.
They will.
No.
The WNBA started picking up some popularity. I think this stuff that's going on right now is really going to hurt it.
When you go from not popular, define picking up popularity. See, I don't want to.
You better be careful.
That's what I'm saying. I really don't want to go down this road. But when it's almost like,
I mean,
if you have no money and then somebody gives you $100, yes, that seems like a big improvement.
I'm pretty sure. Who's your homegirl that writes for the WNBA?
Oh,
in New York.
Oh, Didi?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you were to ask her, she would let you know. Yeah, the WNBA seemed to have picked up.
Yes, like the margin for market share when you don't have any and then you get some. Yes, it is going to look like a lot.
They did have market share, very small portion, but.
We weren't going to go political again. Never mind.
Oh.
Are we back to the mask?
I'm trying not to. You see, I'm trying not to.
We're gonna lose everybody now,
I'm
right?
telling you, man, because I'm a firm believer of having real conversations, and I feel like too many times we don't have these real conversations because of hurt feelings and because people can't handle truth.
So, are you gonna say the WNBA sucks?
At most. You know what it is? It's not even that.
Hey, folks, he was going to say it.
No. I would say this.
I'm cool with the WNBA.
The problem with the WNBA is that people have this notion that, I think at the end of the day, people want to see good basketball. And I think the biggest competition to the WNBA is the NBA because people would rather watch that. Anything other than that is less than. On a professional level. So I know we got college basketball and those other stuff, but I think there's a level of understanding. I just think that people aren't trying to see professional players. I mean, it's just proven. Like nobody's watching it. I'm sorry. You exist in the entertainment business. That's just the harsh reality of it. Sports is entertainment, and if you're not entertaining, nobody's watching.
Man, I'll say this when it comes to women's basketball: the past couple the women's Final Fours, championship games have been pretty good.
Okay.
In terms of the WNBA,
I'm not saying get rid of it. I'm just saying we need to have some real conversations. I want to see them improve, but there's no way you can improve if you don't have a real conversation.
But that's what I'm saying. They are improving. They realistically are from especially where they were.
That's my point. But you have such a high ceiling.
So then again, you're just saying you don't want to have a conversation until you improve. But then once
I didn't say I didn't want to have the conversation until they improve. I'm saying I want to have the real conversation so that they can improve.
But what I'm saying is, so they're not improving?
No, they're improving. I'm just saying let's use context though. God, I don't want to go down this road. See,
all right, just next.
I don't even want to do it.
I don't want to get you in trouble because then we really gonna get negative
I
reviews.
know, man. I don't even want to do it. Speaking of the WNBA.
Oh, shit. Don't read that story.
No, it's actually a good one. Now, I don't know how to pronounce this young lady's name, and I really don't want to butcher it. She was like the number one draft pick, Sabrina.
Oh, I know how to pronounce her name when I see it.
Ionsko.
Ionsko?
Ionsko?
Ionsko. I think that's how you.
Ionsko?
I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it.
WNBA.
Hey, she's a baller too.
No, you ain't gonna get an argument from me.
She's cold-blooded.
WNBA first overall draft pick Sabrina Iansko?
You're just going to call her Sabrina.
Okay. Signs with Nike. An article written by Nick Selby for Sports Illustrated. WNBA first overall draft pick Sabrina Iansko recently announced that she has signed a multi-year deal with Nike. Sabrina was a 3-time first-team All-American and is the only player in college history to finish with at least 2,000 career points, 1,000 rebounds, and 1,000 assists. Shout out to her. Sabrina was also pitched by both Under Armour. Come on, bro.
I mean, you got at least you got to come to the table at some point, right?
Come on, man. We're going to get into Under Armour in a second, by the way. I'm glad I read this.
Hey, look, you can't eat at the table unless you come to the table. So
you got to at least come with some silverware, though. Under Armour can't even
I mean, if you eating
right
burger and fries, you don't need the silverware.
Man, Under Armour, bro. Who's running that company, man? Honestly, I'm not even, bro. I can't even believe Under Armour had the audacity, as if they had a chance. Honestly, who the hell is gonna be like, all right, man? You know, it really was a tough decision. You know, I had Nike, I had Adidas, I had Puma, but at the end of the day, I just had to go Under Armour. Nobody's saying that.
In my mind, like you doing that, I can only imagine like her agent when they get that phone call. Yeah, Under Armour wants to meet with you.
I can just imagine that fax coming through and he just chuckled and balled it up.
And then they faxed again. No, we're serious.
Like, bro, you got Steph Curry, one of the greatest unanimous MVP, game changer,
and he want to leave.
Bro, you can't even do him right.
They do Tom Brady right.
What?
They do Tom Brady right.
How?
They let him do whatever he wants to do, and he gets a shoe.
Honestly, I can't even tell you what the Tom Brady shoe look like.
That one that look like with the tape on it.
Because every time I think of Tom Brady, I think about the Uggs. I really do. I think more, when you say Tom Brady shoe, I think more Uggs than I think Under Armour.
Nah, man. Who else is on Under Armour?
That's a damn shame. The Rock.
Bryce Harper.
Like, you are
maybe that's why they felt like they had a chance.
You are actually making arguments for me.
I'm not, again, what I'm saying is the only way you can eat at the table is if you pull up a seat. No. So they at least, you got to put it
Under
this way.
Armour got to sit at the kids' table.
You should give them props for being ballsy enough to say, you know what, we showing up
There's
too.
ballsy and then there's idiotic. Like,
I mean, would that be like, let's see.
Under Armour has, like, I'm almost offended that Under Armour showed up with a pitch.
Was Puma part of the?
You got bigger problems, yo. You already cooking books. Last thing you need, you ever suspending your deal with the UCLA because you can't afford it?
Well, okay. Who all else did she?
You know what it's like? It's like
you just gonna keep going.
No, you know what it's like.
You on a roll right now. You got to get this one out.
You know what it's like? It's like if y'all go out to eat and somebody act like they ain't got enough money, so you got to cover them. Just when y'all go then y'all go back home and they talking about buying drinks, and we go to the liquor store and they pull out some money to get some Hennessy. Like, I just paid for your dinner because you acted like you ain't had no money.
They had to go home and go get it.
Man.
Their money was in the sock drawer.
Come on, man. Or you asked to borrow money because you need help paying bills. The next thing I know, I see you wearing the Jordans that just dropped this Saturday.
They mans that hooked them up.
Man, you know? Nah. So Under Armour, you need to sit this one out, bro. Sit down somewhere. You're doing too much.
Hey, again.
You got bigger things to worry about than like, no, first of all, as if so Steph Curry wasn't enough to get people to come, but Sabrina is going to bring people to Under Armour.
You going down that rabbit hole again?
No, I'm not.
You better
stop.
No,
I'm not.
Yes,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm going to advise you to pull up on that one, Maverick.
I'm just saying.
That's a road you can not walk.
You about to go there.
No.
You about to go there.
Just answer that question. Like, come on, man, Under Armour. What type of decisions are you making right now?
Okay, put it this way. Since you say that, right?
Yes.
Steph Curry wouldn't have did nothing had Steph Curry not turned into Steph Curry. Right?
What type of Jedi mind trick? If Michael Jordan didn't turn into Michael Jordan, we want.
Nike wouldn't be Nike, right?
So
that's what I'm saying is you saying Sabrina's gonna be the one to bring you some ducats, right?
Okay, so
you saying Steph Curry not, if Steph Curry not enough.
Listen,
but my whole thing is if Steph Curry doesn't do what he did, unanimous MVP.
And what did that do?
3-time
And what did
NBA
that do?
champion.
What did that do for Under Armour?
But what I'm saying though is, had he not at least did that, they wouldn't have even been able to come to the table at all.
First of all, we're not even sure they got enough money to come to the table because once again, they've been cooking the books for like Lord knows how long, allegedly. So we don't even know if the money they got, they might be showing up with Monopoly money for all we know. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, if they got the gold color Monopoly money, that's the money. So they might be straight.
Hey. Like, this ain't even legal tender. Is this a cartoon on the front? Like, I'm just saying.
They showing up with Bitcoin.
Oh my God. You know what? And that wouldn't even surprise me. It really wouldn't.
That's a Diners Club card?
Man, right. Man. They showed up with bags of pop bottles.
They
like,
got
all right.
they got that entertainment book that's got all the coupons.
Oh my God. They gave them a whole bunch of Nike discounts.
The hell? Is this in a book of I love you coupons?
Right.
Like what?
They're trying to find out one person on staff that served in the military so they can give her a military discount. Look, the whole point I'm trying to make is if you're Under Armour, right, you couldn't do right by Steph Curry to make him a decent shoe in order to make that sale. He was a unanimous MVP. Was he a 3-time champion? Three-time champion?
Yep, 3.
Changed the game of basketball as far as like now everybody named mama shooting threes out the gym, right? I'm just saying, bro. Under Armour, you got bigger things to do. Not only are you facing, charges from the SEC, or
Okay.
is that?
I think that's the SEC
Security Exchange.
Yeah,
SEC.
SEC.
Okay,
Yep,
SEC.
SEC.
Not only you facing charges from them and the feds, which I wouldn't, man. I would be too. I'll be caught up in a fetal position.
Go ahead.
But then you got the thing with the UCLA where they. So I remember when we talked about that, and I remember people are like, okay, that seems a bit much, but because at the time everybody thought Under Armour was cooking, right? They were cooking, just the books, and so, but even when people thought they were doing good, it was kind of like, I don't know about that. It just seems like an extravagant amount of money, and then kind of find out now Under Armour was like, yeah, like that deal we told you we was gonna do, yeah, can we not do that? We ain't got the break. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yo, like, Under Armour needs to focus on building a foundation first because they all over the place.
So, this is what they were probably thinking.
No. Get yourself together first.
Oh,
man.
okay, that type of foundation. Okay, never
Get
mind.
yourself together.
They got basketball shoes.
You know you got
Other
that
than
one
Steph
friend or family
Curry's.
member that got the get rich quick scheme. Like, look, pay your bills first. Pay your bills.
Who else is signed?
Get out of
Under
debt,
Armour?
and then invest if you want to. If that's what you choose
Mm-hmm.
to do. You're not gonna gamble your way out of this.
Never bet the mortgage.
There you go.
Yep.
They got Joel Embiid.
I don't look out this window.
I like looking out
the
the window.
one time I look out the window, there's nobody there, just sidewalk.
Oh, it should be. I seen someone pull up.
But-
You know when you look in the window and you be like, oh yeah, that look like that might be nice.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Man, I'm just saying, Under Armour need to just sit this one out, man. Anyway,
Who else tried to pitch a meeting?
and Puma. Now I ain't got no beef for Puma.
Yeah,
Puma's on the come up. I ain't got a problem with
I was hoping that you would stop at Puma. I was hoping that you wouldn't say a Reebok, which would be one.
that. But Reebok, you know what?
Nope.
Maybe Reebok is like, you know
Nope.
what? We gonna stay out of this. We trying to let's work our way to that point. That's what Puma did.
Right. Well, no, that's what I was gonna say. I was hoping that you weren't gonna say Reebok tried to get into the.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Build your portfolio
okay.
up, man. That's all I'm saying.
That's why I was hoping that Puma at least tried to go out there.
Man, I'm so
I
offended
mean,
by
Puma
Under
would have
Armour.
been a good look. she.
I'm insulted.
She
I'm
she,
just-
she went to Oregon. It's kind of like
Why would you think you had a chance?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Now, she's real close with Steph Curry, and he was doing his best. to
even
recruit her.
more. Okay, so that's the
Bruh.
reason why Under Armour, I guess, had a fit. That's probably what happened. Actually, I bet you that's what happened because Under Armour seems so terrible of a company. That's
Hey,
how
Steph
they
Curry's
did it.
probably like this. Sign with Under Armour. Come to us. Like he was shaking. He was
No.
saying yes, but he was shaking his head no.
Put it this way: they probably looked through some tweets and someone was like, "Oh, he's real good with Sabrina."
Yeah.
They only tweeted each other maybe like 5
Oh, yeah,
times.
publicly, he's like, yeah, come to Under Armour. In the DMs though, you're like, man, let me tell you something.
Don't do that shit.
Right. If you value your career, go to Nike or someplace. But anyway,
She was gonna go to Nike the whole time.
it was never a question. That's why I'm like, Under, did you really think you had a chance?
That's why they
Like,
tried.
what was your leverage in that? Like,
Hold Hold up. Wait, this is the other part I would want to know from Under Armour who would be there at a pitch meeting.
Honestly, bruh. Honestly, we could spend like the next 40 minutes of this show just clowning Under Armour right now. Honestly, I have that much in me.
Like, who would be at the pitch meeting? I would want to know what the presentation
What do
looks
you
like.
sell her on?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is the presentation like?
Yes. Like, remember how we made that horrible Steph Curry shoe? Yeah, we will not do that to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the bad decisions we made up to this point, we promise we will not make in the future.
Oh, man.
Let me see. What is it? It's unclear whether or not Sabrina will get her own signature shoe, similar to the likes of former players like Lisa Leslie, Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, and Rebecca Lobo. It's worth noting that no current WNBA player has their own signature sneaker, which is kind of odd, though. Like, it's just weird.
I mean, the only one that would probably make sense would have been Maya Moore, who isn't playing.
Isn't playing anymore.
And then Diana Taurasi.
So,
I always thought she would have got her own signature
you would
shoe,
think
like,
so.
for sure.
I will say this, though. She should. I think. I mean,
Who, Sabrina?
yeah. I mean, they bet on Jordan.
think so.
Bet on her. Why not?
Well, I mean, plus, like, just her numbers in college. And her popularity, too. She's the perfect player because she's
Yes.
coming in from this social media age. She's
Her
young.
marketability is up there.
Exactly.
Like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
This is perfect time.
Yeah.
And then look what they've been doing with women's shoes the past, like, 2 years now anyway.
Yeah.
So it just
To me, it
it
makes
sets
sense.
up perfectly.
Yeah. I mean, to me,
That's
I mean,
probably what they're going to do.
Yeah.
We probably just gave it away. Damn it, we turned to the guru.
I don't know. They was waiting for us to talk about it before they made the decision.
Yeah, has to be.
Now, had we done the show, had we not been quarantined, I guarantee you.
Under Armour would have signed her.
Under Armour, no, they would have been like, we're not going to do it. We listened to the podcast. They told us not to.
No, look, I bet you Under Armour would have signed her.
Man. To a deal that they had no money. They would have given that UCLA deal.
Yeah, they would
We'll
have
give you $800 million for 4 years.
She would have walked in and been like,
And then by year 2, so.
they would have gave her a check.
Yeah.
Don't cash it yet. Don't cash that yet.
They gave her that. That would have been that Vince McMahon Bret Hart deal. We're gonna sign you for life, and then like 6 months later, all right.
Yeah, we can't afford you.
We can. If you want to go out,
We
there
like
and,
you and all.
If you want to go test the waters, we understand.
What,
Like,
if I want to go test those waters?
Yeah, that's that. I'm gonna go back even further. That's that Westinghouse, Nikola Tesla deal right there. That's that. Like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's when I got to scratch my head.
Yeah, ask him about that deal.
Just remember, if you steal somebody's Tesla, you have to start calling it an Edison.
Hey, man, Google it. That's all I'm gonna tell people.
I'll look
Google
it up. Yeah.
it.
See, Dave sees nice sights out the window.
Oh, there's a whole pedal pub that pulled up.
Yeah.
What's that meme?
Dave gonna go ride the bike and come back.
What's that meme of the guy, the white guy? He sees like this thick black chick sitting there, and it's at that moment that he realized that Black Lives.
Black Lives Matter now.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, see? Yep.
Be like, if any Black Lives matter, that Black Life matters.
That
right
one
now.
in particular. Not all of them, but that one.
That one
I
in particular.
suddenly understand what thick means.
Wow. Oh, man. He's about this, man. Okay. So this week is stupid. On a lighter note, it's a bunch of stories.
You know what, though? Here's the thing. I told this to everybody when we shifted to Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
I've told, and we've had shows that have started up in Zoom and are just having like their first shows in studio.
Yeah.
Like, look, when we shifted to Zoom, I told people, I said, remember when we talked? And I said, it's going to take you like 6 to 10 episodes to find your legs. And yada, yada. I said, it's going to take you 3 or 4 to find those legs again on Zoom because it's different. And, it's going to take you a few to get back in the saddle and find a groove again, man. That's inevitable.
Like, even right now, like, I feel like we're still trying to find our groove from being off for 4 months. Like, we're at this point, we're just rambling. Like, I got topics, but, you know.
Man, my fans just want to hear my voice. So,
Your fans. Oh,
yeah, I told you.
you can see all your fans in the mirror.
When I close my eyes.
You envision them. Hey, somebody's winning kamikazes. Okay.
Yeah.
So Reebok at least got $80.
He got the Team USA ones on?
Yeah.
That's the worst one.
I know.
Well, at least he ain't got the Team USA Shaqnosis, because that one is horrible.
I almost put the trigger just so I could get a pair. I'm like,
why do that? You might as well have got the because what they did the Shaq Fu ones. Did they do those up
The
to a
Wu-Tang
15?
ones?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
I'm so pissed.
Wow.
So
I
pissed.
figured for sure they would have did that one up there in the 15.
This is crazy. So the owner of a high-end Chinese restaurant in New York is being sued for firing a server who refused to wear Jordans. Yeah, let that marinate for a second.
Of all things going on in the world.
I'm telling you, 2020 is just like bizarro world. It's like what?
Come on, man.
An article written by Stephanie Rex Brown. Cut it out. We don't believe in three names here. Steph Brown. For the New York Daily News, in a new lawsuit, the owner of a fancy Flatiron District Chinese restaurant fired a server after he dared to refuse to wear the mandatory employee attire of high-top Air Jordans. In a mere Kuturic's lawsuit filed in Manhattan federal court against Naomi Ram, the owner of Julan Club. Am I saying that right? Julan Club? The restaurant.
Julian?
No, it's Julan, Jue space LAN. The restaurant is accused of allowing celebrities such as A Boogie, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett to smoke weed in the restaurant regularly, despite servers' repeated protests about the health risks posed to the staff. What health risks are you being posed
What hotel?
to?
What? Not hotel. What?
Cut it
What
out.
restaurant is this again?
Julan Club. Julan Club. JUE space LAN space club. Who's complaining about weed smoke? Honestly,
People that don't smoke weed.
I guess. Even
Come on, you know that was coming.
I mean, you gotta be a stick in the mud. How many cheetahs they killed? Edric? Like that is
Dude,
dog.
I wasn't gonna go there. I saw it. You just
Like she put the cheetah on the endangered species list just on that one dress. Like, you would never see another cheetah. Like,
I do. I feel like we're gonna have one of the
I was gonna
cameras
say.
out the window.
Head to your zoo now if you want to see a cheetah before she decides to make another dress.
Man.
What are we talking about?
Dude, come on, man. You can't be doing
Bruh. There's going to be a Savari fan driving down the street with a bunch of poachers looking for her after the show. Anyway, the rest of those people complain about smoking weed. Okay. Amir also included text messages in his lawsuit with Naomi, which shows how she changed the employee uniform in late 2019 to include Jordans. Like, why specifically Jordans, though? Because most places, like, black shoes. They don't...
Yeah, or
I-
fine,
and I-
black high tops, black whatever.
Yeah, they don't...
And that's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure out. I'm looking
Why
at like the
Jordans?
pictures of this restaurant, and I'm like, what does it matter what type of sneakers that they're wearing? I mean, for one, they're not non-slip, so
Yeah.
they shouldn't be wearing those to begin with. But I'm like,
Agreed.
this is just a regular restaurant. Like,
Like, do they have a deal signed with?
Yeah, right.
that's what I'm confused about.
In which case, why are you not just giving
It-
shoes
Yeah, I
to your
know,
employees?
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. If you so badly want them to wear a certain shoe, like I feel like you should just.
I wonder which Jordan it is.
Provide
by the way. Maybe it says in this thing. Amir,
Now, when you say what Jordan it is, and it's not, you said high top Jordan. If it ain't a Jordan 1,
it probably is a Jordan one.
I'm assuming it's a Jordan 1. But when they say Jordan 1 high, I mean, Jordan 1 highs are difficult to get.
There's only like one all black Air Jordan 1 high though. How you doing?
See, this is
I
why,
know,
this
right?
is why the wall is
Man,
blocked.
we need
This-
Hey, this
you
place
think
is
the windows
this,
are bad?
This place is trouble. I said it.
Man,
Oh shit, she got him hanging out there.
what's it? Essence Fest out there? Like, what?
Mary J. Blige gonna come and perform.
Right. No more drama. Man. Where am I at? Okay, Amir, who started working at the restaurant in 2016, said he couldn't wear the shoes because of an ankle injury he suffered in a car accident. In a text, Naomi responded, "Wear it or don't come back to work. Furthermore, cut the bullshit. It's basketball sneakers, not high heels." Hey, all right, bitch. Amir sarcastically responded back, "Thank you so much for understanding my problem." Sarcastic is the word. Not want to concede the last word, Naomi clapped back with, "Pick up your things today. Don't ever disrespect me." Now, how is that disrespectful, though? Like, what did he say disrespectful? Unless he didn't submit all the text messages, maybe he's just submitting the ones.
the
he wanted
highlights
to.
that prove his point. Yeah.
Yeah. The lawsuit alleges that Amir's ankle injury was a protected disability. Amir's lawsuit is also seeking class action status for failure to properly distribute tips and pay overtime. So he worked for Dick's
Oh,
Sporting
that could
Goods
get
too?
ugly.
Yeah. Man,
Like,
that's,
I'm seriously trying to find like what their dress code is so I can see what shoe it is. But I got on glasses, but I'm distracted with what's kind of like behind me.
I know. I'm forced to look that way. I'm forced to look that way. And man, okay. While he's looking that up.
You know I'm gonna give up looking for this, right?
Yeah, at some point. Police stopped thieves trying to steal from a closed Foot Locker in Brooklyn. This happened during the pandemic. An article written by Brandon King for SneakerShopTalk.com. 28-year-old Dante West, not Delonte.
I was just about to ask.
Dante.
I was about to ask.
I wanted to clarify. Broke into a Brooklyn Foot Locker that had been closed due to the coronavirus pandemic. After breaking into a side door, police arrived on the scene as Dante was loading up a Chevy Trailblazer with more than 3 dozen pairs of sneakers.
Why is that like the go-to vehicle for all shoe thieves?
Is that or a Bronco?
Not the new one though.
The new Bronco. I love the fact that they were going to release it originally on OJ's birthday. Honestly,
shit.
that's probably the best marketing they could have did.
It's genius.
That
They
was.
ain't shit for it, but
They knew what
it's
they were
genius.
doing.
Oh, for sure.
They knew damn well what they were doing. Anyway, so he had a dozen pairs of sneakers and almost 40 baseball caps. Needless to say, Dante was arrested on the spot.
He would have been your enemy.
Man, I know. And subsequently charged with burglary, grand larceny, criminal mischief, and criminal possession of stolen property. All in all, the stolen merch was valued at around $11,000. Really? What is it? 3 dozen? Because that's 36 pairs.
So 40 hats is what?
Maybe.
48, $45 a piece? Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
I can see that. It makes sense.
Foursome.
Whoa.
Foursome robs apartment of
Oh,
two.
I thought you were talking about
Hey,
behind
look.
me again.
Again, I said, whoa. It'd be a lot more than a foursome.
SMH. An article read by Brent. Okay, well, foursome robs apartment of $10,000 in cash and sneakers. An article written by Brandon King for SneakerShopTalk.com. A Harlem couple had a terrifying experience when they were held at knife point. I'm sorry, like you had a knife, man. I might take my chances with you.
I mean,
because you gotta know what you're doing with that.
but
knife. Most people don't.
who was being held up is probably not the stature that you are.
That's true.
Yeah. So.
Were held at knife point by a group of robbers. According to the video released by police, 2 women and 2 men are shown entering the apartment building with one of the men. How do we know it wasn't a woman? Kicking in the door of the apartment to enter the residence. I mean, women can kick down doors too. Like that woman right there with the
Stop. Cut it out. I already know where you're going.
like
Don't do it,
I
man.
mean, she might not kick him down, but she
Right.
can knock a door down.
Black Vader right there. Could she could.
Black Vader. Wow. All she needs is the mask.
It's Vader time. But, oh my!
I am your mommy. No,
Yes.
that just doesn't sound right. No.
I'm just surprised that this deck did just collapse. Where am I at? Once inside, the 23-year-old male and the 20-year-old female who lived there were threatened with a knife while the robbers proceeded to steal 20 pairs of sneakers that were worth approximately $6,000 and some $4,000 in cash. It's just, I don't know, just the fact that it evenly rounds up to or evenly adds up to $10,000 makes me suspicious of this value. But you know,
They
whatever.
probably just told police.
I mean, it's crazy. He had like $4,000 sitting right there in the dresser, and they took it. It's crazy. A fifth accomplice, who was apparently the getaway driver, was behind the wheel of a gray Ford van that the suspects fled in. So guess what? Check this part out. This is what they're wearing. This is like the worst. If you're going to rob somebody, try not to be as flamboyant. One of the female suspects was wearing a ripped denim jacket and purple sneakers. The other had red hair and wore a black and orange jacket and red sneakers. One of the male suspects wore dark clothing with blue gloves. Like he was doing fine until he threw his gloves on. While the other was decked out in all white. So apparently Mace from 98.
They got robbed by the Holy Ghost.
Yes. Puff Daddy from 1997 decided to rob somebody at knife point.
Oh, man.
The getaway driver, get this, wore a white hoodie with EXP on the back, with gray pants and black sneakers. The two victims were not injured in the robbery. If anybody has any information, police ask that you submit your tips to Crime Stoppers at 800-577-TIPS. So, this guy, I think we read about this one last week.
Well, I wasn't here, so.
Yeah, no, we read that one already. This one, I got questions about this. So, remember that story about the?
What happened to the party?
I guess they ran out of food. Teen linked to, remember that story about the girl that got jumped? This is like obviously before the pandemic.
I was going to say
it was like 5 months ago.
Yeah.
But the girl, she got jumped.
Remember?
I think it was like in New York where she got jumped by like 15 dudes.
Oh yeah, didn't they killed her too? Didn't they?
I'm not sure if they did. I don't think they did. I mean,
still,
they beat her within an inch of her life though.
Dudes is fucking scumbags.
So there's a teen that was linked to that beating and robbery of a 15-year-old girl and her Air Jordans. He was shot dead. An article written by Larry Salona and Kenneth Garger for the New York Post. A teen accused of being involved in the videotaped attack of a 15-year-old girl over her Air Jordans back in March was shot dead in Brooklyn recently. 16-year-old Taekwon Howard was shot in front of a building on St. John's Place near Rochester Avenue and died hours later at Brookdale Hospital. Taekwon was arrested and charged with robbery and gang assault for being among a crew of teens caught on camera ambushing the victim on Utica Avenue in Crown Heights. The video shows the group of teens swarming the girl, punching and hitting her in the head while she curled up helplessly on the sidewalk. One of her attackers pulled her black and white Air Jordan 1s off of her feet during the assault before the group ran off. Taekwon was later released after his arrest, but the circumstances as to why are not clear. That's the first thing. It's kind of like...
The only thing I can think of is would it being so many of them?
But they got him on video, though.
Yeah, but he may have been one of the people that maybe they couldn't get a clear view of.
Well, let me read these last two sentences. I'm going to give you my theory. It's also unclear what sparked the shooting that ended his life. No arrests have been made as of now. So the fact that so he got arrested and nobody knows why. Okay, so he got arrested and then released. Nobody knows why.
Yeah.
Part of me feels like there's something dirty about that. Like, I feel like he got arrested and then somebody might have felt like whatever consequences he got in the system wasn't going to be good enough for their satisfaction, so they released him back onto the streets.
I could see
for a little bit of street justice. I don't know. It's just.
I mean, I guess it would depend. I guess it would depend upon what I guess he would be charged with, and technically he would be charged as a minor. So I guess it would be one of those things where whoever took justice into their own hands, from the sounds of it.
Well, I mean, we don't even know if it's linked. I mean, we don't know if it's linked to that assault. However, I think that's the normal correlation.
I mean, that's the black person in me.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I mean, my intuition is that this is somehow related.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing, like I said, I could think of is, you said he was 16, right? So, I mean.
Yes, 16.
Yeah, so, I mean, I just say you can't charge him. You got to charge him as a minor. And with it being so many of them, I mean, like I said, I don't know.
Anytime anytime you have a child that is.
Yeah.
Damn. Anytime you have a child that is.
Yeah, we
killed,
up here.
She
was looking up here. So
anytime you got a child that loses his life, I mean,
his or her.
Yeah, it's always a sad, state of affairs, and
no, for sure.
If he was involved with that beating of that young girl, man, that cheated. Man, I know. God. Oh, that's Serena. Hey. I thought she moved already.
Yo,
hey,
yo,
Serena.
Yo. What up, though?
So what happened? So you couldn't stand the thought of not being nervous anymore, so you just said, you know what, I'm staying? That's what I came up with.
Yeah.
That's my theory. That's my theory as to why you didn't leave.
You like looking out the window too?
I know it is distracting, right?
It is distracting. Wow.
Pull up, take a chair. Nah, it's you know.
Can you get through? My bad.
If
I know I'm fat.
If his death was, I mean, not that you wish death on anybody, but it is very hard to watch that video. And as a father, if that was my daughter, yeah, I'll be out there looking for some names too.
I mean, well, again, that's why I said it does feel like, somebody took justice into their own hands.
That's what it
with
feels
that.
like.
Yeah, no,
in
for
that
sure.
story.
I mean, like you said, especially for that young man to get, basically released back out into society
Yeah.
with nothing,
Yeah,
no
nobody
charges,
knows why.
no nothing.
Nobody's-
Yeah,
nobody can explain.
That's why I said it makes me feel like whatever the charges that could have been brought against him,
Yeah.
somebody maybe on the inside felt as if it wasn't going to be
maybe
enough.
somebody knew the young lady and was like, "Oh, okay, we got you, fam." Because that's what they do. Like when when I was what is it? It's a new documentary on Netflix. I think it's called the New York versus the Mob, which is very good, by the way. I'm like halfway through it. But like when they got the snitch, and then people on the inside, as far as the police department know that this person is snitching, they let the people in the mob know, and they release the snitch knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm not saying that happens. I'm just giving you my theory of that because it's just something.
Sounds like you said you know what happens.
Nah, something just
Don't be
seems-
snitching.
I ain't saying that, especially when it comes to kids. Like somebody, like that girl got jumped. If you got information
Oh, for sure.
on that, like, God damn this window. Man,
Snitches get real stitches.
That's right. They do.
2 men arrested for murdering a Miami girl over Yeezys.
What the hell?
Is that
know.
recently?
Somewhat.
Oh my goodness.
In an article written on BBC News, 2 men have been charged with the murder of a Florida high school. Oh my God!
Wow.
Florida high school student.
Thank you.
Yes, who was shot dead for 3 pairs of Yeezys. It ain't even that deep. Like ain't nothing worth somebody's life unless your life is being threatened yourself. Police said that Andrea Camps and her boyfriend had arranged to meet suspects Adrian Cosby and George Walton, both 19 years old, to sell 3 pairs of Yeezys for $935. Andrea and her boyfriend, Sergio Bourbon, drove to an abandoned home in South Miami. How many times we got to say this, man? If you're going to sell shoes, that you set up online, please meet up somewhere safe, like at a police station or I don't know, a Walmart, like somewhere lit.
I was gonna say a shopping mall. Yeah, I figured that one would probably catch up. Oh,
Yeah.
Again, can we please come back here again? Like
Oh, you saw booty?
lots of it. Like, I mean, look, here we're gonna put it out there for y'all.
Shout out to Serena.
So yeah, just to let y'all know,
Man, it's ridiculous.
it's been me, C's, and Dave in here.
It's ridiculous.
We see certain things walking by, outside. It catches our attention. Usually it's the backside that, you see because it's walking away. So,
ridiculous.
a couple of them been cute, too, in the face from the looks of it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't even want to do the story now. You just segued
Where's the
to that.
booty at?
Oh my God.
It'll probably be some more walking by very shortly.
It's ridiculous out here. These windows. Let me see.
It was like 6 cheetahs outside earlier.
Man, on one dress.
Wow. What? Did you say 6 cheetahs?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Like you should have seen his dress. It was like all cheetah print.
You ever seen like
You
a
said 6 cheetahs. Like,
yeah. You ever seen like a king size comforter?
Yes.
wow.
Yeah.
It was long. It was long.
No, it wasn't long. Well, if you hold it the other way.
More of a California king, where you have to make sure that it's wide enough to cover the whole bed.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's going for there. Yeah.
There's a lot of
Gotcha.
there's a lot of material. They probably put Joanne Fabrics out of business.
Wow.
Easily.
You should have got a video.
Or the Detroit Zoo. What am I trying
Or
to
the
get
Tiger
to?
King.
But oh my God.
Shout out Joe Exotic.
Yeah, free
Can we
Joe
do a
Exotic.
whole episode
We
about
should.
Joe Exotic?
I mean, we talked about the Joker for like a half hour. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, we got free Joe Exotic.
What am I go? Okay, so they met up in an abandoned home, which first of all, I get it. They're in high school, so obviously, they're kids, and they're not going to think about such things. But if anybody listens to the show, man, if you got to buy or sell,
If anybody's still listening to this episode,
yes. At this point,
If we haven't lost you completely, we're sorry.
man. But oh my God,
Yeah.
are you serious? That's just ridiculous.
I see.
Dave over there laughing. He knows exactly
If
what
I
I'm
didn't
looking at.
pose in that picture, it would have had me doing one.
That's ridiculous. These windows. God damn these windows. Well, yeah, like
remember when you used to ask me why I spent more time down here than in Royal Oak?
now I know.
Remember?
Now I know.
Remember when-
Now I know.
Hey, look, C's.
Dave, I don't see you up here as much, man. You're
Man,
always
I
down
know,
Royal.
man.
Why
You know what?
are you down there?
I ain't even mad at you.
I'm putting it to you like this. I'm petitioning. This has to be the new home base. Royal Oak is cool. It's great. But this,
I don't know, man. For the purpose of the show, I don't know if I can continue down here, man. It's gonna be crazy.
I mean, look, I think the listeners love to hear the realism, of what we seeing right now.
No.
See, and here's the difference between here and Royal Oak too.
What's that?
Here, so and like I've got them, and I just haven't hooked them up yet. I've got 2 outdoor Bluetooth speakers
Yeah.
that we're gonna mount out there, so like we can broadcast to like this area here and maybe down in the courtyard.
Oh, that'd be dope.
So like your listeners, like when you're talking about all the things that are going on here, they can actually show up here and witness it with you,
man.
as opposed
You
to
know how
Royal
perfect
Oak,
that
where there's
is?
none of that stuff going on and they can't get in the building. Here they
Why
can
did
come
you tell
hang
me
out.
that, Dave? Nah,
I'm just,
damn it. God damn it.
There's a reason why my supervillain name is the Enabler.
That's the worst villain ever.
The enabler.
Are you supposed to be rap?
I don't know what I was doing.
So
I'm just
anyway,
happy to be on camera.
They met in an abandoned home in Miami with plans to meet Adrian and George and sell them Yeezys. Allegedly, George approached the couple and asked to try the shoes on when Adrian crept up and fired on the couple, striking Andrea in the torso and grazing Sergio's arm. Sergio immediately drove to seek medical help for his girlfriend, where Andrea was transported to Jackson South Medical Center. Andrea later died from a gunshot wound to her pelvis and abdomen.
What?
Yeah, I know. Police were able to identify the suspects through Andrea and Sergio's social media accounts, which is what they always do. Like, have we read a story where they didn't find them? Like, if you're gonna set,
I mean, I just think to this point, the police already know if they see a shoe deal going bad, yeah, let's go check Facebook Marketplace.
or what's that other one? Offer Up.
Dude,
That seems
everybody.
like the
or
official place of
or
like
Let
thieves
Go.
and robbers.
Let go.
Yeah, it's just
You
sad,
getting you gonna get into some trouble.
basically.
Did you see, speaking of the police going to look at stuff, did you see the Michigan State Police caught somebody who went to a fake website they set up about I'll look it up. I'm in the middle of rebooting my phone. I'm sorry. But I'll look it up. It was basically like rent a hitman or hire a hitman or something like that.com. And this lady went and filled out the form on the website.
You don't
Which
fill
just
the
routed
form out?
which just routed right to the Michigan State Police, because that's who runs that website. So they went and immediately arrested her on a conspiracy to commit murder.
Wow. You just gotta you don't fill the form out. I mean, that's like
All right, you went to a website that says
Yeah.
hire a hitman.
you just go.
Who
you-
names a website based on the crime that they have?
They look at that.
Right,
mean-
but hire a bank, like hire a bank robber.
sugardaddies.com is a thing or whatever.
I
that
was
was. I mean,
gonna
that's
say, yeah. That's why I said you don't fill the form out. You go in there, you look, you get the profile pic. Oh, he looks murderous. Let's hire him.
Man,
No, don't fill the form out.
that's
Whenever you got to put your name and address on something, you need to be very, very careful.
I have no more hope for humanity. I'm done.
Oh, yeah, so the
Actually, you can look at-
so the best part is the Michigan State
Right.
Police actually did they did a press release
Yeah,
about it, just to say, because I mean they know that the criminals that
okay.
are dumb enough to use this
that's
will
why
never
they
pay
have
attention to
No, I thought that's why
the
you
press
had the
release.
glasses
Where are
on.
we? Da-da-da-da-da. Where are you? Yeah, so I'm sorry, rentahitman.com was the website.
wow.
I wish I would go to that site.
Yeah, a 51-year-old South Rockwood woman was arrested on Friday for attempting to hire a hitman to kill her ex-husband.
I bet you his name was Dave.
She completed a service request form on the website and requested a consultation to help her out with her quote-unquote
consultation?
issue.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, you gotta. How you want us to do it? You want us to choke him, shoot him? Like which one?
An undercover state trooper posing as a hitman met with her in a parking lot. She offered to pay him $5,000 to murder her ex-husband and provided him with an upfront payment for travel expenses.
You said 5,000?
Yeah, she was arrested right then and there.
Know how many shoes she could have bought with that 5 racks?
That's no money at all.
Like she should have just bought kicks and just flipped them.
Oh, she could have just bought one pair of Dior Air Jordan 1s. Not even.
Yeah, no, she still wouldn't. What, like 20?
Yeah.
I still want a pair of those.
Those are actually kind of sweet.
Good luck. No,
Yeah,
don't do that.
I would never.
Don't do it. I can't even.
They're pedaling away. It's a nice car. He parked
I'm
on the
surprised that
street.
thing is able to move.
The secret is they're actually motorized.
Okay.
Like the pedaling is more for effect. Like there's actually a motor in those
Oh,
things.
Okay, I'm about to say.
That's the
Hey,
dirty little secret.
You
that-
should have told me that because now if somebody asked me to get on that, I'm gonna be like, I ain't moving my legs. Be like, no, for what? That's exercise. I'm not doing that.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't usually like exercise.
Yeah,
with my
exactly.
drinking. That's
Especially
just
while I'm
not a thing.
drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But real quick, because I know I mentioned the LeBron 17s that are coming out Tuesday
Oh, the red graffitis?
and the blue ones.
Oh, they got a blue one too.
Yeah, dropping.
Oh, the navy blue,
Same
right?
day. Yeah, same day. And I'm just like, God damn, that's $400 one day.
You see the 18? Well, the supposed picture of the
I'm straight.
18s.
I'm straight on those. I'm straight. Like just based off the picture now, I want to leave myself room for changing my opinion if there are better picks out there, better colorways.
Well, I guess we'll see tonight because I think the Lakers scrimmage tonight.
I'm not watching the scrimmage.
Yeah, no, you're not.
It's the first game.
Well, it's a scrimmage game. Like it's a preseason game almost.
I'm not watching that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
They
Okay.
play for real. I think next week. Like those games next week will just like really count.
I'm already over the season. Honestly, I'm just
It didn't restart yet.
only thing I'm interested in watching now is college football if they have a season.
You not get. I mean, if you get that, that's gonna be even worse.
What? Or even worse than what?
I think college football is gonna be really bad.
Why?
Because I don't think you're not gonna get every player to want to be able to play. So you gotta think all your guys that probably know they're gonna for sure go to the NFL. Why would they play? They would just say, no, I'm not. I'll sit out this year. So I just feel like the product isn't gonna be as good. And then they didn't get that much time to practice either.
It might be some truth to that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You better off just watching the NBA.
No. Speaking of which, I swear to God, this is why people don't like LeBron. This whole MVP thing.
Ah, you're doing this again. We had this discussion.
Did we?
Yeah, we talked about it this morning.
Yeah, we did. Okay,
Yeah.
but we didn't record it.
Well,
But-
yeah, what? No, I was busy recording you riding a scooter.
Oh, that thing was crazy. I almost killed myself twice. But not.
You almost got hit by a bus.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a one way.
Hey, wait, Dave. You said the secret behind the cart was it was motorized. That's the secret behind the scooter that he got on.
Yeah, I mean that was the point of me getting on it.
No, it's made to just go no matter the weight restriction.
You tried though.
Yeah, I did.
You got an A for effort.
Yeah, I take that.
But no, it was this whole LeBron. This is why people don't like LeBron, because you got people making these dumbass arguments.
Guru's not here.
I know. I don't even, honestly, I would love to know Guru's take, because I would like to think.
You know what his take is. I don't even
'Cause
know
if
why
your
you
only
say.
argument, if your only argument is, oh well, he's so old. Like, look, that's not an argument.
No, you know what Guru gonna do. He gonna pull up all of these
I
stats.
mean, nobody's arguing that LeBron can't hoop. I mean, he's still playing, and what he's doing at this age is without question, is great.
It's remarkable.
But Giannis is greater, and and he's beating him in every statistical category. Not to mention, because everybody keeps talking about how LeBron makes the game so much easier for Anthony Davis. Anybody want to mention the fact that he's making the game easier for LeBron James too? Like, he's scoring more points, more rebounds, better defensively, and he's playing like less minutes He's more efficient.
You looked up the stats.
for the most part. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, bruh, and they got the best record in the league. Not to mention, people thought the Bucks when they lost. Goddamn, what's that dude's name? Bogdan.
Oh, Boban.
Yeah,
Not Boban. Bogdanovich.
yeah. They lost him. They didn't think the Bucks was even gonna be the same team, and here they are, number one in the entire league. So, I just, man, this is why I can't watch sports. I can't watch sports talk. I can't watch ESPN. I can't watch.
I gotta be drunk to watch sports.
Damn. Straight
Whoa.
up. Like, whoa.
All right.
Shouldn't take all.
We watching the scrimmage at your house.
It's too long of just sitting there and watching.
You look so glamorous with them glasses, by the way.
I feel fancy.
There you go. One more. You
Hey,
was
look,
skinny dipping the other day?
Look, you.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I'm not gonna look. I watched the video and I was like, "What is that?"
How can you
Uh,
tell?
I don't know.
What
Just
you
knowing
mean
you.
how you can
Just
how can
knowing you
tell?
enough. Like, all right, man. Like,
Exactly. Hold up, you ain't watched the other part of the video. That's how I know you was skinny dipping when y'all was on the boat.
Oh.
Yeah,
You saw my story?
yeah.
Oh, boy.
Y'all was wilding. Hey, y'all look like
Who
y'all
was
was having
y'all?
a good time though.
Who was y'all, though?
You know I got a lot of friends here and there.
Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. Oh,
Hey,
my
like I
goodness.
said, y'all look like y'all was having a damn good time though. Like
Oh.
seriously.
Women and alcohol.
What was
Yeah,
the
I-
ratio of
yeah, I
men
know.
and women on that boat?
Huh?
What was the ratio of men and women on that boat?
Turn into a lot of ass shaking.
There was one man and he was driving the boat.
Oh,
We
man,
were
he
having
probably had
about
the time of his life.
Was he an old white dude?
Why it gotta be an old white dude?
Because I just feel
Because
like
it was, wasn't it?
Because I just feel like if it was an old white dude, he would have been looking like, "Oh, this is great."
Was
Like,
it?
He probably couldn't wait to go back and tell his wife what he saw.
Was it, Serena?
No.
Yes, it was.
It was
See how she said that? She's like, no.
No.
She lucky she got the mask on.
I know. And she got them big ass glasses on.
Can't see her face at
Those
all.
Elizabeth Taylor sunglasses.
It's actually Gucci.
Oh, man. Oh, excuse me. Oh,
Oh.
oh, oh.
Oh,
But I was
flex.
Mm.
It's
Flex.
actually that's not a flex because I don't mess with Gucci after the monkey. Oh wait, no, that was H&M. We're not messing with Gucci. We canceled them.
Oh, you did?
Well, as a black
So you got
girl,
so you
right?
jumped into the river and threw all your Gucci off?
I mean, Floyd still wear Gucci, so I don't wear Gucci, so I don't care for it. It's been canceled for me. Yeah.
She don't believe you at all. She stared you down.
I don't have nothing Gucci. I don't. Nike is expensive for me. Like, what you
Right, so
shit?
Right,
would
Nike
you
is your
wear
Gucci.
Would you wear it?
Out of all of the like luxury brands, probably maybe, but I like Burberry more, honestly.
Someone gave me these. That's why I still wear them.
Oh, that's
Yeah, the guy that's driving that boat. Come back anytime. On the house.
Look, you can't. If you're driving the boat, you can't see what's going on.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
he
don't
saw.
need them glasses.
Right.
I was gonna say that's why
That's why he gave it to you.
glasses.
Like, he put that boat in park and you just jumped out and went to town.
I was gonna say he took them sunglasses off and put on his readers.
Man,
He
all
wanted
right.
to
He put on
see
the
everything.
bifocals. He was like, yo.
Oh, you like my career?
He put out the binoculars like, oh.
Right, you thought he was looking like over yonder. He
right.
was staring right at y'all.
It's gonna be a video of me posted on fucking.
You out here
Hope
tripping.
not.
Dave. What? Serena went skinny dipping the other day. Where were you at when you did that?
A body of water.
Like,
Right. In the kiddie pool.
Man,
mom's belly.
where were you at? What location?
St. Clair Shores.
What? And they let you get away with that?
Oh, she was in your neck of the woods.
Oh, that's why I asked that
Yeah.
question. Like, St. Clair Shores let you get away with that?
Yeah, I went.
Yeah, that's over by you, C's. You got a boat, don't you? You got a house on the water, don't you?
No.
Oh,
No.
you an influencer, so. No.
No. Oh, here we go with that shit. I'm not an influencer.
Yeah, you
We
are.
pulled up to his house.
I don't influence anything.
We couldn't even get into the driveway.
Okay, what?
We had to get driven from the driveway.
Escorted.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay, we just gonna make up stuff now.
Yeah, it was.
Are we fibbing?
You know what I'm saying? They gave us a ticket
I don't see
for
no.
valet.
Where's all the booty I was talking about?
Shit, ever since you came up here, it's done went away.
I
so
know.
I'm blaming you.
Not
She's
9
scared him
o'clock,
off.
winding down.
Right.
Serena done scared him off.
My bad. Is it out? Is it out there?
Oh, the back is still full. It's still packed.
I'm trying to see some fullbacks.
It's so cool in here.
Let's watch Serena's IG live.
I saw it already. I'm pretty sure Jumpman saw it.
Oh man, I know. Yeah,
This is a nice
oh my god, that's why he's not here.
What?
He's alone. Like the lights are off in his basement. Jumpman. We're not gonna see him for the next few days. He's calling off for work.
Because you saw me skinny dipping.
Man,
Nah, he probably watched your story too.
yeah,
Y'all must
many
have a
times.
Secret Snapchat conversations or whatever.
Who us?
No, we just talked about this now.
Nah,
You see Serena.
no. I was gonna ask
Right.
you anyway. I'm like, dog, like, is that like I just knew like only Serena, like only Serena.
I tell you, I ain't see the live. You gotta watch the live feed. You know, the story.
my story?
Yeah, the story. Yeah.
My story
That's what I was
is
looking
good
at.
Sometimes if you catch it.
That's what I was looking at. I saw that on the story. I was like, oh my
If
god.
you don't catch it,
Yeah.
Mm.
And see,
you don't catch
she letting her peoples know right now, so they about to tune in.
All right.
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah.
it.
so
I be having big booties.
you do.
What?
Not my booty.
I saw that one.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh.
Mm.
Yeah.
So when are you leaving us?
Yeah, bring her to the studio.
Wow. When, when are you leaving us?
Dave would be very happy with that.
Yeah, very.
I am leaving this weekend.
Really? Wait, hold
What?
up. Talking about this weekend? Oh, man.
I'll be back before the end of the summer.
The summer's about to end in
Shit,
like
I
2
was gonna
weeks.
say, yeah, the summer's over with.
It's not even August yet.
It's cold outside. It's
Right,
not
it's-
summertime
yeah, I know.
no more.
20. There's no such thing as seasons anymore. It's
I was gonna
2020.
say it's just 2020.
Yeah.
Well, when it get cold as fuck, you gonna know when it's.
Why would you come back?
What do you mean? You don't want me to visit?
No, I'm saying like where are you
ain't
going?
Don't vi- yeah,
No,
come visit me.
God damn it! I didn't mean it like
Come
that.
visit me, Serena. I got
know,
a pool.
I'm worth coming. What?
can
That was
still
your
get as much
pool.
as you want
Was
to.
that your pool then?
Thank you.
No. You're welcome.
Hey, I'm sure you wanted to come visit your pool, huh?
Come on over to my place. I don't even know where to like go from here.
You said you coming back before the summer's over with.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really, this COVID stuff is like really bothering my lifestyle.
Because everything's closed.
I can't even get food after 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah, speaking to the microphone. How about that?
Oh, dude, I've heard that from a lot of people down here in the city. They're like, if you don't eat before like 8, don't bother. Like
Yeah,
it's
I-
like
I-
Everything's closed.
nobody's delivering. Everything's
Everything closes at 9.
Yeah, I mean your only hope would be like a Fridays or a Applebee's, but I think they
Nobody's
close
eating
at 11.
Nobody's
But that's what
eating
I'm saying.
I'd rather
like,
go hungry.
that's a lie.
No, I'd rather go hungry. Nobody's eating Applebee's.
Clearly, you've eaten Applebee's or Fridays before.
No.
You've never
Fridays?
eaten Applebee's.
Fridays.
Hold up, time out.
I had Applebee's one time.
Okay, so you ate it.
That was
you
like,
didn't starve.
That was like in the 90s.
Even White Castles is closed at like midnight, and they're 24 hours on.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
the White Castle over by me, over on 8 Mile. When I tell you, it'd be a line there at like 7:30 at night.
Yeah.
I'd be like, damn,
They're
they
trying to get
slapping.
that rush.
that's
They
the
gonna rush them to the bathroom.
that's the early shift drinkers.
And I
That's
can't
the
go
happy
to
hour
Coney
crew.
Island.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Coney Island because
It's not here.
not here.
Oh, good.
My life is in danger.
Mm-mm.
Coney Island.
I
Oh,
go to.
yeah.
I go to.
Yeah, that's true. Jesus.
What's the one? Okay, so there's Coney Islands in the city, like El Georges, and then there's like Coney Islands in the suburbs, like a Dimitri's or.
Who?
Exactly.
There's L. George's in Farmington Hills.
I've been there. It's pretty nice.
What?
Yeah, I used to go there all the time.
Yeah.
You doing the one on Northwestern?
Mm-mm. I know which one you're talking. You're talking about the one on Grand River.
Yep.
Yeah, been there.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of Farmington Hills, did you see that one guy's song?
Yes.
Yeah, Cluner.
He is the king.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
the
King of
title's been.
Farmington
I
Hills.
left in 2011, so the title's been vacant.
Oh,
It's about
so
time
he-
somebody took it up.
He's the king. Shout out to Cluner.
That is the white version of his code in the D.
That's the
Yeah.
That's
general
the white
consensus.
equivalent.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought the song was classic. Lee bad, but it was,
Man.
it was pretty good.
I love the part when he's in front of the ice cream shop.
Oh yeah.
It's
No,
not-
I love it when he say he get chicken, he the king. Chicken king.
yes. He rhymed king with king. I mean, that's bars. Like you can't even. You can't find that type of lyricism.
Hey man,
anywhere.
he world famous.
And he
now,
gave it to you
man.
for free.
He
He gave those
world
bars for free.
he world
He didn't
famous.
charge
now.
you for them.
He's world famous.
Serena, what is you doing?
She's famous.
Hell no.
Wow.
Well, actually, he's famous.
I'm not
Yeah,
famous.
you are.
No,
Yeah,
no.
you doing all types of video shoots.
Right, you a model. You,
Slow motion too. Just
yeah.
he said.
Hey, look. The funny part is when he look into the camera. Didn't you wink in the camera?
I didn't wink at the camera. Son of a bitch. No, nobody winked at the camera. Just making up stuff. I swear to God. Like, it's to the point now where I have to disprove your bullshit. Like, it's no longer a point of you proving what you say. I have to disprove what you say.
You gotta go back and watch the video to
That's
make sure.
2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta prove you were wrong.
You gotta go back and you gotta go back and watch the video yourself. Damn it, did I wink?
No, you didn't get me. I'm so self-conscious now. I probably will have to go back.
Didn't you tip the hat? Didn't you?
I didn't know. I did tip of the hat. I don't remember winking. What was that night? I was like, Emilio.
Oh my god.
He tipped his hat and he looked this way. And guess who it was?
You should have just threw the hat or something. Or like,
You know what? Next video, you gotta be in the next one.
all right, but
Bet. Okay.
Probably be no one sees it'll be a body of water there also.
Conveniently.
this happened.
Just happen to be there.
Yeah, yeah. Some kiddie pool with the turtle kiddie pool just be sitting there.
And why is it full of baby oil and not water? Why?
Just shut up and smile. No,
Everything does not need to be freaking perverted and sexualized. I was just swimming. in
You were
the
swimming.
water.
You were.
It doesn't need to be, but it's better when it is.
No.
you do realize this is 2020 and it's America, right? Like,
And we were all born in the water.
I mean,
We were all born
technically.
naked. So I think we should all be swimming naked.
I'm not gonna
Are
argue.
you a
with
hippie?
At heart.
I do smoke marijuana, and I do like living,
Free.
free.
Yeah, there you go.
How many times have you been in a drum circle in your life?
Oh my
That would
God.
be my first whenever.
How many hacky sacks do you own?
It's got a collection at home, like Pokemon cards.
I mean, I've always said dudes that be doing that, I'd be like, how? Like my eyes be just looking like, how do you keep focus?
On a hay sack?
Yeah,
That
shit is
I
amazing.
think
I see
that's
it.
for just skinny people.
that shit is amazing. Well, yeah, I definitely can't do it. So I mean, that ain't
No,
happening.
not like I'm talking smaller than me, skinny. Like
Well, then I'm definitely not doing it.
no, like their legs.
Him over there, he definitely ain't doing it either.
Their legs be flipping like this.
Who's skinnier than you?
They be like, kick.
I got cussed out by a crackhead this morning. I just thought about
What?
that.
That's because you rude.
No, because I was at
Move, bitch.
Yeah,
No, I
exactly. That sounds like something C's would say.
I thought it. I didn't say it though. No,
Like,
because
come
I
on,
was
nah.
in line at the Coney Island about
Oh,
my
that's
job.
even more the reason.
No,
Why would you go to Coney Island?
because I was wanting some Coney. I wanted a Coney
Hold
Island
up.
breakfast.
Was that Legends?
No, Joseph's.
Oh, that's some real East Side shit
Hey,
for real right
right.
there. I
Now
know
you
about
know.
Joseph.
Joseph's
Hey,
that spot,
that
though.
blue Kool-Aid,
What?
man.
Yo, I got my
Y'all
own.
Dude.
brought up no Joseph. I've never heard of no Joseph.
The only reason I know about Joseph
Obama ate there like when he was running for the first.
the only reason I know about it is because I used to work at the Villa over there off East Jefferson. So I would go there early in the morning before I had to open the store. Be like, shit, I'm about to stop at Joseph's and go get me some breakfast. I'd be on the sales floor talking to customers, eating hash browns and shit. That's terrible.
Oh, you one of them people at work?
Was. I can't do it no more.
He's
No,
the
you
CEO of
used to always
Pepsi now.
bring
Oh,
food.
stop. I got food in the car.
Oh, you
I
just got an
I
Under Armour
wasn't sure
shirt
if
too?
I
Oh
could-
my God.
I wasn't sure if I could.
Oh man,
That's
I'm
why
mad
I was
again.
shouting them out.
I'm mad again now.
Hey man,
Uh.
look, that's who Pepsi decides to do their shirts through. I can't
Come on,
help
Pepsi.
that.
That's why you number 2.
They got Nike ones too, but they don't get the Nike ones out for free.
There's a lot of reasons why Pepsi's number 2. Let's be
Yeah,
clear.
well, that Under Armour doesn't
Pepsi
help.
should just go away.
No, whoa.
I need
Listen,
my job.
I love Pepsi. I like Pepsi over Coke. Coke is a better mix when you mix it with alcohol.
Depends
But
what
if I'm drinking straight
alcohol. Depends what alcohol you mixing it with. Cause I found like that rum Bumbu. Actually, it tastes great with Pepsi.
Bumbu?
Yeah, cause it has a sweet taste to it already, so it makes it taste even sweeter. Almost tastes like
you don't mix Bumbu with Coke. It's not. Yeah.
See, fuck. That's why Dave is here. Dave gets me.
Dave was a lush. Look,
That's why he gets me.
If you'd have done, here comes another pedal pub. If you'd have done
that one definitely motorized.
if you'd have done Zoom chats, you'd have seen my basement bar because I've been running all these shows
know, I
out of my
did see
basement.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did see it. Like one lady is pedaling.
No, one lady was not pedaling too. The biggest one.
You said
Of course
water
not.
only.
What was that? I lost my
That's
whole
what's
train
up,
of thought
Dave.
now.
Dave know about that bamboo. Y'all never had bamboo at the
Water
studio.
only.
and I've
No,
been,
no, sir.
honestly, we didn't keep a whole lot of rum at the studio.
Y'all had Kraken?
That's because Kate is obsessed with Kraken.
Shout out to Kate.
And so now, and you heard the new Seattle hockey team,
Yes, the Seattle
the
Kraken.
The Kraken.
That logo sweet as
So I'm
hell.
sure she'll be happy.
Yeah,
Oh yes.
that logo sweet as hell.
I love.
I think you gonna
Shout
get
to
the
Kate.
hat.
When did she get? She still getting married on time?
That's her story. She's sticking to it. Yeah.
Okay. I hope people listening know that at this point at the game, we're just friends rambling at this point. Like I just
No, this is
Hopefully.
part of the show. I thought you wrote this down.
no.
Oh shit!
Yes,
What script was I following?
the hockey team that none of us watch.
Yeah, I don't even watch hockey anymore.
No,
I just know about the Kraken because that's a sweet ass name for a hockey team.
no. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what I was about to say.
Oh
Anyway,
wow, it's not bad.
I lost my train of thought.
It could be better, but it's cool. It's not bad. I didn't say it was great.
I'm looking. Oh my god, some people shouldn't wear tie dye. What you doing?
Harlem Shake.
I love to dance if you haven't already.
No, we know that.
I was going to say.
I just want you
being
to
on your
identify.
IG, we know.
I just want you to-
Jumpman knows.
Oh yeah, Jumpman
Oh,
definitely
God.
knows. Yes.
You know, y'all
He's in his
can
basement right now,
have
like,
him
yes.
passed out or something.
Like you say, he got the lights off. The only colors you see is the his boxes.
Yeah.
That's it. And them old Gatorade
He's watching
bottles.
the videos like George Burns, like excellent.
You know he a movie. You know he a,
I'm screen recorded.
Yep.
you know Jumpman a movie star
Jumpman
now.
got a
though.
live feed on your phone.
He a movie star now.
Who?
Jumpman.
Oh, he was in a documentary.
Yeah. I thought that was dope. I wish he would have had more time though.
Movie star.
Depends what kind of movie.
Oh my god. On that note.
Oh.
on that note.
Let me scoot over.
Y'all. On that note. This is episode 262.
$40 for that kind of movie.
Episode 262 Sneaker Box Podcast.
I just want a feature.
SMH. SMH. But no, shout out to oh my god.
You just want a feature.
It's a feature.
I'm so lost right now.
I don't need a starring role.
Yes. Episode 262. Shout out to all our listeners. Shout out to people that's been riding with us. Hope you guys enjoy this show because it's all over the place, but you know.
Oh, y'all needed it.
It's okay.
No, it's not your fault.
Actually,
it was all over
it's
the place before you even got in.
Oh, it was a train wreck before
Yes,
you showed
yeah,
up.
no,
It was.
Yeah.
it-
And I think we just made it worse. I got here late as well, and it's just downhill.
This is just us brushing the cobwebs
Snowball.
off.
Once he got here and started looking out the windows, it dropped further.
And then once we got to the bottom of you skinny
Okay, so
dipping, it
next
was just.
time, everyone needs to face this way.
to hell with that.
And you need not to post any skinny dipping videos.
Well,
Well,
Oh my god, what is that?
Wait.
Is this a mountain too high for you to climb?
Said no one ever. Like what?
I just want to see what her reaction was going to be. She was like, oh, well, I can't make any promises. Like, what?
I mean, I live my life.
I ain't
Free.
mad at you. Yes.
yeah, free.
That's why we
this
love you.
pandemic has really told me that I just need to be happy.
Take your clothes off. Oh.
And if
that
I
too.
need to go in the water,
Just
then I'll
go.
just go in the water.
Just go.
You know.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah.
Just let us know when
I
you're
don't
doing
know,
that
I
next
might
time.
drop a plane tomorrow. I don't know.
You might what?
You might what now?
What the hell? Whoa.
Jump the plane.
Oh.
Oh, jump on a
I'm
plane.
just saying, like, you know,
I was gonna say
do-
cut the video off.
I
You don't want
do
to record
I do
that.
wanna do, no, not like that.
Oh no, not. I didn't mean like that. Chill.
I'm gonna end this show now
Okay.
before we go any further.
Parachute.
All right, we'll see y'all guys.
Oh, that's dope.
We'll see you guys next week. We out.
We will. Yeah, we out.
Peace.